Speedgaming 4, we are back with the second semifinal of the Super Metroid Randomizer tournament here in person. My name is DJ Webb. I'm going to bring you this match along with Kev Nastix. What's up, Kev?
I'm super excited to be here today. As you can tell, my mic is very loud.
I was about to say, we just came through on the speakers in here. Hopefully, all of our audio issues have been sorted out. But yeah, semifinal number 2, winner of Pool B, mm2nescartridge. Second place in Pool A, Audra. These two, it has been like a singular month since they played each other in the mystery tournament semifinals and that tournament as well. And then to 2-0 in that series on his way to winning.
I mean, this has a chance to be just an incredible race. I mean, you have Audra, one of the all-time greatest rando players of all, and MM2, who's just been crushing it lately in pretty much everything, vanilla and rando. So the match, Titan versus Titan.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was thinking back to last year. It was day 2. We woke up and me and you were commentating Prof Racers Ace, an absolute barn burner. I think we might burn a few more barns this morning. This could really be something. And yeah, they raced last year as well in the online SGO. That was an insane series. That one went to Audra. So
yeah, first off, we definitely want a best of 3 here. So that means we're rooting for somebody to. Well, we're rooting for each of them to take one loss. I don't think that's what they're rooting for, but. I'll certainly be excited to see each of them take a loss.
I think for maximum joy and or pain, MM2 needs to have 2 3-game series today, as well as like a 3-hour nonsense SMZ3 siege. So just like,
MM2 is not eating today.
Assert absolute dominance over like the single day record for one person being on an SG stream. Like, good luck beating that record.
And we've got some really great Super Metroid fans here. We've got some great Super Metroid players here. I'm kind of glad I wasn't able to make it here Thursday and Friday, but I got here yesterday after the races were done. But it's been really great catching up with all of you since last year, and this is my 3rd SGLIVE in person, so hopefully every year we can get more people coming out to this event. It's super fun and just really great to catch up and watch some cool races.
Absolutely. We're glad to have you here, Kev. Glad to have everybody with us out there in chat, and we are getting started here. This tournament has featured a single setting. We've got major minor area splits, the area randomization, and a boss surprise, which is a new mode introduced by the Dash devs earlier this year. It works the same as shifted bosses. However, we are not guaranteed to have one of each. We could have 2 and 2, we could have a 2-1-1, we could have 3-1. That's happened a couple of times. I'm still hoping we can get a quad. No matter which boss is the quad, I want a quad. Obviously, there's the Ridley is like the painful or the pinnacle. But
I just want to point out Audra making the correct choice to not engage Moonwalk.
And I just want to point out that M2 is being exposed as an emulator player because of how we're capturing it. His mouse is just in the middle, so I've made everyone unable to unsee that. And like,
I didn't even notice that till you pointed it out. I'm going to be so mad at you. Look, at least the pillar was hiding it for a second.
It's making a... I was about to say, he literally moved it off and then he moved it back. He's probably tracking and stuff.
And you can see that Moonwalk saves roughly a fanfare's worth of time.
Yep. Moonwalk, Moonfall...
Or
has
Moonfall.
Some time saves and stuff, and a very, very good chunk of it, especially those vanilla runs, is there. But especially in Rando, where you're going different places and a different number of times, it has quite the uses. So yeah, vanilla morph ball, and M2 likes to go right first with the morph. Audra going down first, a little bit more vanilla route. But E-Tank Missile Super, that's it's a decent start. You like the early E-Tank, they also like the early Super. However, no explosives right now. We're not going to be able to go to the right of the left of the morph ball. That's what direction that is.
And so far, vanilla. We got vanilla missile, vanilla E-Tank. It's you said this was major minor split, correct?
Correct.
So that's pretty neat. So I like that little deboost strat. You go to get the E-Tank there, and it's always fascinating to me with rando players. Some of them like to go down in construction zone first, and some of them like to go right. And we see the difference here. And I personally appreciate any race that showcases just a difference in decision making.
Yeah, I'm not sure if anyone's timed it. It's probably M2, and of course, if you pay really close attention, like the first time you go through construction zone, those enemies aren't there, so you do get to mock ball through to the right. So it might be a tick faster, but you also, especially if you've run the vanilla game, it's very, very much muscle memory, and that also affects it. So yeah, I don't really know, but we're gonna have to go back up to the top of the map head up to BT. It may or may not give us something to break bomb blocks. If not, supers do give you access to the portal on the right side of Criteria. Just one of them down the Criteria crab place. So we got some dueling wall jump climbs here.
Yeah, some good movement showcase. We saw a lot of just ledge gap skips in the pit room. Just really good wall jump mechanics. Both the runners are very, very good vanilla players as well as rando players. So their movement through rooms that are same as vanilla is going to be top notch. And their backups are going to be really good everywhere.
You can tell the high execution rooms by just how loud mm2's keyboard is clicking.
You know, I've actually spent time in Audraxys stream too, and she's got really like loud, clacky buttons also. So
yeah. So energy tank here, number 2. We are still without those explosives we cannot get left in the Terminator. So we're gonna head back to landing site. Go to the right. We only got one access to a portal, so that's gonna take us somewhere good.
What do you prefer early in a rando? Do you prefer to be kind of locked into one decision, or do you like it to be a little bit more open? Because sometimes the items, you know, you really have no other choice, but you're locked into one particular decision.
As long as it eventually opens up, I'm typically fine. Like, I don't really mind the starts where you have to go to the right here with just supers and no explosives. But if it railroads you for 25 minutes, then it's like, I would like, I'm playing randomizer. I want to have some influence on what's going on. So yeah, a little bit.
I'm thinking more of like early in the race. You know, early in the race, do you want to stress out about where you have to go and say, oh, I wonder if this decision was good or this decision was good? Because I think, later in the race, I guess I kind of like a little bit more decision making. I don't mind being so locked in early on.
Yeah, for sure. So,
but it's just a way to read the seed. What's the seed telling me? I'm locked in, so what exactly do I need to proceed?
Exactly. So we're here in Green Burn Star, came in the middle. We're going to check a miner. We're hoping for a power bomb here sooner rather than later. This is actually somewhat reminiscent of one of the starts me and Glove had in Game 2. Where you can't check any majors in Green Burn Star right now because you need power bombs or bombs. So we're going to be up here into Red Tower. That's a good place, especially because there is a miner here. We could get, vanilla first power bombs right here. That is where you would go for the milling in to get these. Very nice D-boost.
Oh, but what would a randomizer be without it trolling you for explosions?
Yeah, I will say M2, one of his matches on stream this weekend, featured him getting super missiles for the first time roughly like 20-something minutes in. Could have got him earlier. Prof definitely did, but yeah. We all know Dash for not necessarily being. It's not going to troll you on purpose, but it can put things in pretty far away places. Because the only requirement is that it is beatable. Which is it's beautiful and it's terrifying all the same.
So, and those who don't know why they skip that room right there, even though they have super missiles, is you need a power bomb to access the item. So there's absolutely no reason to go into beta power bombs right now. So you get to check that portal right there, and we get a West Meridia portal. Those unfamiliar, you can see in the heads-up display the initials there. RB for Red Brand, WB for West Meridia, to help the runners keep track of, which areas they're in, and basically. You can write it down on your map.
Yeah, so with the portals that we have and the doors that exist for stuff and also that pre-aqueduct which is not accessible, one of 3 miners is definitely a power bomb here. And unfortunately, one of those 3 is Spore Spawn. That could legitimately happen if we don't have another choice.
And it's always kind of hard, do you want to take the gamble and go to Spore Spawn knowing that you possibly can't get out? But we still have the Charge Major there. Charge could potentially be bombs.
How do you get in Charge?
Hey, there's your power bomb. Oh, yeah, duh. You see.
Like I said, one of 3.
You are obviously more practiced than I am.
To be a power bomb.
No, you're right.
You're going to look at this one first, and you're going to look at Big Pink Missile. And if neither of those power bombs, you don't even have to save. You could literally know. Because you can't get any more miners in Criteria. Red Burn Star is locked off by that power bomb door to get to the bottom. Stuff like that. So, yeah.
You always take for granted how many things are locked with explosives if you've been playing a lot of vanilla and you haven't done rando a lot. But it's quite significant portion of the game is locked by explosives.
Absolutely. So, spades are there. Nice little beam upgrade, especially early. And, like, in this area specifically, like, you can, like, one-shot a lot of enemies or two-shot where you used to take 3 or whatever. Really, really nice. Beam upgrades have value outside of, just strictly in-game damage if you got charge beam. But definite value is gravity suits.
I feel Audra's pain right there. That is my least favorite rando skill, is that gate glitch. Not having Moonwalk enabled, it is a little bit harder to get set up properly. If Audra decides to leave that item behind and not go back on it, that's really, really big for MM2, getting that set up right away in the door. Audra was just firing her super missiles just a little bit too early, so it'll be really interesting to see. Are we? I was going to say, are we going to Spore Spawn? But, you know.
No, there was a thought about a farm, but yeah, that is it.
I mean, you got a lot of items here. I mean, right now it's really not that big of a deal to go, oh, you know what, I'll skip Wavegate. That couldn't possibly be what I need. And that's usually when I miss it, that's exactly when I needed it. So, but we have one major and some minors up here and early supers that Audra can get, and one major and 2 choices down here in Eddie Coons for minors.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just gonna say she very much does not use the setup for that glitch, the gate glitch there at the wave gate. Just told me frankly that she's better without the setup than trying to do it with the setup. And yeah, like I said, no moonwalk, so it's a little bit different.
Ice Beam is a good pickup early on. You don't have to worry about Metroids, so that's pretty good. Now, Audra has the potential to do a suitless Meridia if we get some other items like high jump boots, grapple beam, even just high jump boots would be kind of enough. But right away you get that early suit for MM2 and then Audra skipping it. You wonder when she's going to end up going back and potentially getting that item. So we'll see what we get here in early supers room.
Yeah, we'll see what this portal is. There's a non-zero chance that if it's something that we really don't want to follow, like if this is Lower Norfair, you're just gonna go back and hopefully clean it up there. You did see the other issue with the ammo. You can see it's very early and quick gate glitch as well as just having more supers. Audra had to farm an enemy because it was at 9 missiles so you can open the first red door, but you would have been at 4 for the second one. Got a super drop, and now we did get another super pack.
You almost kind of hope it's a Meridia portal to force Audra back and say, okay, I must have missed something at Wavegate, but that would give MM2 a significant advantage if it's Meridia, because the other portal is Meridia, so MM2 has just a lot more access right now than Audra does to the map.
Yeah, we'll see how we're feeling. We'll see what this portal ends up being. A dead end, a dead end strictly forces you to go back. So yeah. Yeah,
because there's no majors. Like Audra can get up West Meridia, climbing the crabs through that portal, but there's no majors that she has access to, so it wouldn't be a point. You would definitely be forced back to Wavegate. So it'd be interesting to see. So I'm hoping for something spicy here. Like give me a Lower Norfair Key Hunter shaft.
Yeah, so this is a massive point here in the race. And,
all right, Upper Norfair, but we've got a good deal of E-Tanks. Unfortunately, this is going to delay Audra's potential finding of the gravity suit, but at the same time, Upper Norfair is pretty heavy with majors, and with 3 E-Tanks, it's not like, it's not like optimally, it's not like super safe because you don't have high jump boots, but 3 E-Tanks you can access pretty much everything except for the reserve. I feel like I don't think 3 is enough to get in and out.
Which
maybe because we don't have Crystal Flash capability, the Upper Norfair reserve. So we can get all the other items with 3 tanks, but I feel like 3 is just really, really tight to get in and out of the reserve.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy.
I wouldn't chance it without 4 or 5, to be honest, unless I had better movement items.
I can tell you for certain that is by far my least favorite hull run, that the Norfair reserve.
It's terrible.
Like it's like one tile gap platforms, and the enemies are like dropping from the ceiling and shooting at you from below, and they take weird damage, and the freaking the number of times that I've died in that specific hull run.
It's just bad.
Annoying. But yeah.
Any way you look at it, and Audra has to go in and out here with Speed Booster. I mean, you want to have your 3 tanks full because you don't have the buffer of a reserve, and you don't have Speed Booster. So, excuse me. Good, super good pickup right there. We do have to keep in mind also. Now, do we start with Baby Charge in the dash? So our runners, have to keep an eye out on what, what missiles. Ooh, speed, vanilla speed. Okay.
That just made it 2 majors back there by the wave gate. So, yeah, it's watching a rando race, right? And like exactly one thing happens like 6 minutes in, and it's like it might have decided the whole race. We really don't know yet, especially because MM2 decided not to follow through. It is the case that we had this moat portal here, which was a little bit isolated from the rest of the world, as well as there was a West Meridia back in Red Brinstar that we could do, as well as the rest of Red Brinstar, because power bombs let us get through doors, and we do end up back here in Red Brinstar. coming from here, I really do not like going to Spacer, especially because like you can do so much more because you have the gravity suit already. Like, just go get the major; it's there for you. But yeah, we got the vanilla speed booster, so the trip back was pretty quick. And
I mean,
how are you doing this on 3 tanks and speed, no high jump, and not saving? We are just, it wants you to be in West Meridia. Like,
did Audra? I would imagine Audra saved.
No, I don't think so.
That's bold.
It's kind of.
I mean,
insane.
highly likely, you know, not knowing. Oh, look at that. I was going to say you're likely to find progression here, but now we got one suit versus one suit. But I feel like MM2 is going to be, is either going to go into Meridia or be pushed to come to Norfair.
How on earth is this the place that we have landed already with just an absolute amount of, like, what is going on?
When do you think Audra's going to get back and find her gravity suit?
I mean,
like because you just found a suit right now. It's not on my mind.
To go back right now, especially because like Audra knows that she's more of a hull runner than a lot of people, and like even like if I was in M2's position, I would have come through here and just gone to portals.
Yeah.
So like, and it looks like we're going back that way.
I tend to
we have
not,
checked all the majors this way.
Yeah.
And again, speed does make it more valuable.
Did we check? No, we didn't check Wave yet.
Oh yeah, we haven't checked Wave. That's right.
So Wave could potentially be holding something nice, but I don't know. I kind of like Upper Norfair is so item heavy. Like I would almost be tempted to go to Business Center.
Yeah,
because Speed Booster, you can go through Frog Speedway. You don't need to worry about a reverse hell run. You're not going to get anything like seriously of value like Cathedral. You're not worried about leaving behind. I mean, it could be a power bomb pack or something, but it's not likely. You know, it's not a major.
Yeah, so we came in here with 3 tanks. We did not get a single E-tank. However, Various Suit is like an infinite number of E-tanks in Norfair, so...
For a hell run? Yeah, not having to do hell runs?
Area.
You know, plus having found that when she did meant that Audra didn't have to do this hell run.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see. It's also the case. Okay, so M2's going to show off this powerbomb bounce first try.
Beautiful.
That was amazing.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, so Audra is
showing the tech.
And yeah, that's going to be absolutely massive too. Spike that speed booster and that Various Suit. And bombs also have a non-zero amount of value, especially because like you get this early suit and it's gravity and your MN2, and like Varia is one of those suits that like, you know, the better the get, the more you play. Like you kind of think about skipping it, and like doing Upper Norfair hell runs is like sometimes not really that appeasing. And like speed's one of those things that makes it more appealing, and it's there.
Now having bomb, speed booster, Varia suit. I mean, I would be surprised if Audra did not decide to check Wavegate because she's coming through here anyways. But like, I think this puts Audra ahead for sure if she picks that up right now.
Yeah, and you
has to do the glitch again, but it's much more comfy, you know, if you don't have a setup. Yeah, it's much more comfy with 14 supers, but like I've been in this position before where I've left Wavegate behind because I have the same trouble without doing moonwalks. Sometimes the setup is it's tricky, but very well done. So I think this is pretty big for Audra because MM2 is quite far away from finding that Varia suit, which could be significant if we get to like let's say the boss is Ridley.
I mean, yeah, you could see
in the you know for MM2's first boss. So
and this
is going to take up some time.
That makes the difference. Yeah, Croc with this kind of like I said, like. If Various Skip is on your mind and you come up here, it's like, hey, like I'm gonna get 2 items here, and like maybe it's Varia and it's great, maybe it's not, but like you know, you get an E-tank, get a screw attack. We've got that farm beam there. He's found grapple.
It's such a crazy gamble though, like you know, hell runs. Like I think Audra was smart to go to hell runs. You know, usually like I'm gonna because it's either gonna be a colossal waste of time or you're gonna get exactly what you need.
Yeah. So also. Knowing a little, I know, you know, I've talked to both of these players a lot about randomizer and stuff. Audra really likes to go forward. It's like, you know, like it puts you somewhere and you go where you go and you get what you get. For M2, again, like just kind of doesn't like the hell runs as much as also, like there was a lot of information elsewhere and stuff like that. So yeah, now Audra's found that mode portal, but with both suits now.
Now we have some questions in chat regarding the heads-up display. The number, from what I see, that to me, that's the beam damage capability that you have. And then we did say that the letters were, you know, indicative of the zone you were in.
Yes. So specifically charge beam damage, which we don't currently have.
Okay.
So
It's
if
good
you
to
could
know.
charge your beam, it would do that much damage.
So I know there's been some HUD changes, for Dash. The devs have been working on a lot of things. Like I think that brown has something to do maybe with, other versions where gravity has some kind of heat protection, which we do not have in this version.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So that under the WM, that little thing, it will light up if you have gravity heat protection, and it's grayed out if you don't. Audra Sparks there to get that third power bomb.
Yeah, with the many different versions of the randomizer, it's good to have little features like that to kind of keep you engaged with what version you're actually playing.
Yep, and especially we had that mystery tournament where our settings were unknown, so there was a lot of different things you could see in different ways things work. So you're always going to know if you know what the things mean. And yeah, this Croc is 2 E-tanks, and our runners are going to be like in the same place, but Audra's just not. Like, she's not going to do this.
No, if I have Audra's loadout right now, I'm ignoring Croc entirely and just going to find somewhere else to go. And, MM2 basically finding nothing, E-tanks that he doesn't need, would probably have rather found a charge beam upgrade, or, maybe even some,
high jump, screw attack. There's a lot of good things out there, but there's also a lot of majors.
But I'm thinking there's a lot of majors, but I think you're also still kind of looking for minors. I don't know.
Oh yeah, for sure, especially if you're in Audra's position. Like
well, MM2 doesn't know if he's going to find the Varia suit anytime soon, so might even be wanting to, get crystal flash ammo. Even if we happen to find charge beam, it's good to have. Yeah, it's good to have a certain amount of supers and missiles, regardless.
Yeah, I was going to say I actually would have liked more of a farm, especially like you said, crystal flash. He's got 15 supers, but only 9 current, so he's going to do a little bit of farm here. It's nice.
6 E-tanks is very healthy, though, for anything outside of Lower Norfair.
Yeah, it's nice to farm in non-heated rooms. With the advent of map rando, when rooms aren't all next to each other like you would expect, it showed me just how many farm rooms in this game are in heated rooms.
It's really kind of crazy.
It's uncanny.
It's like they knew people were going to play this game without getting suits. They're just like, let's make it a little easier for them. Or maybe it was a hint by the devs going, you know what, we want people to play this game a little risky. So hint, hint.
Yeah, wink, wink. And we're coming, like I said, we're going to be like kind of following each other for now. We have already, like Audra went up to beach for 1 miner, coming down here for this miner. Health is a little bit low, but you have both suits, so you're going to be experiencing that 75% direction. MM2 also, oh no, it was the same color way door. So
now,
is MM2 also coming here? This is a.
Where else does MM2 have to go? Like, is he going to be bottlenecked to Upper Norfair at this point?
Oh no,
or
we got this middle.
Is there a wreck ship place? What was Middle Red Tower?
That's the one in here we haven't seen. But
okay,
also,
all right.
We got the 2 left side criteria portals that we haven't seen, as well as Mimra, which you do not want to end up doing. And yeah, not an early X-ray play. This is an on-time X-ray grapple beam.
I wonder if Audra's going to chance it. I know. Well, her energy's terrible right now.
What do you need at X-ray? This is not a fast check.
Oh, okay.
You need to farm here, by the way.
So.
Because you have to short charge up here and probably jump spark. You don't want to get
maybe hoping for an E-tank.
Yeah, well, it's not gonna be up here, but yeah, that's.
Oh my God! Imagine if she gets killed by a snail. It's not gonna happen.
I was about to say I don't know how much they do, but I don't think it's 46.
It's not 46, but this game is weird.
Yeah, double super. That is beautiful. We're getting pretty good on ammo here, and yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty big for our Audra. I mean, Audra has the capability to kill every boss right now, so I would probably farm. I don't know if I want to go to Botwoon with 46.
Yeah, maybe you're not doing much. Well, like I said, she likes to go forward. She's
crazy. Audra is very this is actually a really great battle because you want to talk about 2 players that just risk everything and just go. Oh God.
Yeah, you can
Audra is a good marks person.
You typically just go into Botwoon's hitbox to get that try and get that 1 round. We're not trying to take damage, especially because 1 hit almost certainly puts you in health bomb, and then you're not going to recoil some of this ammo you just used.
I mean, plus Audra doesn't have grapple. It doesn't have grapple for a quicker farm here, but definitely should take. Oh, good, you got an E-tank right there. But see, unlike MM2, Audra has the capability to kill all. Well, yeah, kill all bosses right now. MM2 does not have enough supers to do Ridley, although could easily pull it off with this energy if he did. Oh, that was a good backup there from Audra instead of going into the sand. But hey, we get to see our first boss coming up.
Absolutely. So
And Screw Attack is a decent pickup from MM2, but if I'm MM2 right now, I'm not like excited to see that.
I mean, I was talking about it
I'm like,
earlier.
all right, I'll take it, but I would rather have had like Charge Beam or a suit.
Yeah, and yeah.
Even Space Jump probably would have been better.
It's gonna happen for both these runners. I expect M2's gonna come out of here. He might do some farming. Well, you talked about not really being able to do Ridley. It is double super at Aqueduct, which hasn't checked.
That's true. That's true. So that'll put MM2 at 25, but no X Factor capabilities. Has enough missiles, but that's still kind of a slow fight.
And it
still
will
risky.
end up at 8 tanks because that's what's at the bottom.
Yeah,
So
you're better at remembering what happened. So, but no, 8 tanks, 45 and 25 is a doable fight for MM2, but it is Ridley, but it's not an easy fight.
Yeah, and Audra,
30, I would almost say, is easy for somebody as experienced as him, but
absolutely.
you know, again, the game is the game. I'm checking Precious. Get some more
he's got
ammo.
ideas as far as how to make this work.
But this is so slow.
Yeah, it's like it feels
And
like
when is MM2 going to get to Upper Norfair? I mean, Audra's
be
got
in
just having Speed Booster alone right now is going to get her through this really fast. I mean, look at how long MM2 has to wait for this snail. Great grab, but you know.
it feels like a bit of a tautology to say this in like a speed running setting, but like Speed Booster is really good to make you go fast. it can barely be overstated.
Yeah.
Like, it is so good. And yeah, we don't know where the back of this is, and because of how Aldridge did Upper Norfair, we've seen 1 of 5, which you almost never see, like that exact number, because typically you come in and you don't go back out the same way. Another E-Tank here. Aldridge back at 5, especially because the current health is just in a much better situation.
That's not a bad pickup right
yeah.
there. Four tanks, 5 tanks feels really good.
Yeah, especially because without not going to get that Screw Attack that M2 found, and also without Plasma, you're going to be taking a little bit of damage on Lower Norfair. So it's like up to 5, you feel good about that.
I don't know. Do you think I'm probably not, but do you think Audra's going to check the sand pits?
Well, sand pits, no. I thought we were maybe talking about this back portal, which I definitely think you do.
There's which back portal?
Yeah, through Forgotten Highway.
Oh yeah.
Because yeah, I mean, back to Red Tower, like you'd probably go back to Moat at Tube, and then you would like go across Criteria, which is a little bit of time. I mean, it's probably more time than going back here as far as getting somewhere else. It's just, well, there's a couple things. Number one, we found 1 dead end. That's Croc, and the other 2 dead ends. If this is Turian, the knowledge is good, but you would rather, you can't really do anything about that right now.
I'm paying attention to more simple things, like if you look at Audra's movement with no high jump boots and speed booster, that's really tricky movement here, and she's playing like just so comfortable and familiar with this movement loadout and making the movement look far easier than it really is.
Yeah, as a long-time random player, just really, really comfortable with basically eating loadout, more so than someone who's more used to vanilla categories. The speed no high jump, it is difficult and it is awkward, and you have to retrain your brain to think things that don't make sense, and lots of other stuff.
Ooh, shout outs to look at that grapple movement from MM2 right there.
Known grapple enjoyer MM2, showing off that it's a great farming apparatus. It's also a great movement apparatus.
And using grapple that accurately underwater with gravity suit is insanely hard.
Yeah,
because you're moving so quickly. I mean, that's one area where Sulas Meridia is easier with grapple beam than without.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, for now, Audra, a positional lead, because we're in the same area, already killed the boss, headed toward this exit, and just having variant speed, like this one is quickly running away from MM2.
Just not having access to that Varia suit, who knows how many more checks MM2 is going to do that Audra does not have to, unless he gets pushed into Upper Norfair somehow. Yeah, but look at where Audra's going. If MM2 takes the same path, well, he's not getting back to Upper Norfair anytime soon.
This could very much
and
be
this could be... Oh,
yeah, I mean, this being Upper Norfair was like, a pretty good favorite as far as odds. Really good to not be...
Well, at least it wasn't Lower Norfair.
Yeah. But that is.
Which Audra is very well equipped to do. With bombs, worst room in the game, even, you don't have to worry about the hypo jump. You can just bomb jump. It's slow, but it's doable.
Yeah, so it's interesting because, like, obviously M2 is not going to do Lower Norfair if he goes this path. that's going to push him into Norfair. And he's got all the tanks, and he'll be able. I mean, you're going to want to.
Fortunately, that upper Norfair. Yeah, fortunately that upper Norfair portal was there because MM2 doesn't need to go back as far as like the back door of upper Norfair. What was it, single chamber?
Yeah, and we'll
entrance.
See.
That's far.
Yeah, we just have to see because of course like all these tanks, like the hell runs themselves aren't gonna like deter you as far as like I can do them. Especially like there's a lot of things that make
with this many E-tanks though, like I don't think he's gonna even worry about them as hell runs. He's just gonna go and collect as normal.
Yeah, gravity is one of those things that will make specifically the Norfair Reserve Hell Run more appetizing because
the lava you get through the lava easier, faster. Yeah. Still does quite a lot of damage.
Yeah, I will say as far as like looking forward to it because he is actually going to this portal. When you come from like the outside Bubble Mountain Hell Runs or whatever, your health is higher than if you came through the Cathedral Hell Run. So when you do that, typically Norfair Reserve as the force run makes sense because you got to the health and then you can just like go back and farm afterwards for speed. If he does Norfair Reserve first, I don't think he goes to speed booster. He's the kind of person that would do that.
No, that's true. Like once you get that Varia suit and you get it that late, you're not thinking. You're like, okay, I got every major I need. I'm in. Well, I don't know. Without having charge beam, he might still decide to check that.
Yeah.
If he had charge beam, I would say definitely not. But we're not really seeing, like 35 supers is what Audra has right now. But I don't think we're really seeing mother brain ammo coming from miners at this point.
Yeah, there's still a few places where we can get some good miners. A lot of them are in Lower Norfair Escape.
Yeah, Wreck Ship has a good miner concentration.
Yeah, there's 3 of those are really, really fast between the West Ocean, the Spooky, and the Left Super. Outside of that, they're kind of but yeah, it depends on where the map takes us. I mean, because Audra went to Business Center, right? There's 2 like completely free and fast ones in high jump that unless this is like Kraid and we end up back the other way, decent chance she never ends up back there. So yeah, it's a little bit spooky because yeah, you mean this for her the seed's playing quickly, right? So like you want to go.
It is so funny how just one decision can make such a big difference in how the seed feels. Like for MM2 right now, probably feels the seed is really slow. Audra, on the other hand, is probably kind of worried, like, oh heck, did MM2 pick up like all the suits? Like, did I lose time by not picking up the gravity suit when I did? You know, you got to wonder how, like, I think runners oftentimes will think about what their opponents might have done in the same situation, and that can alter your decision making.
Yeah, especially because I mean you saw it like Audra got the speed and it's like okay now like going back doesn't feel as bad because I can also get the waterway, but got gravity and didn't do waterway, right? Because it's like if you had gravity and then you decided to do the same thing that she did, you're not coming back to Green Brimstone. So it's a little bit, you're not going back to Green Brimstone. So it's a little spooky. Nice space jump here. The movement's getting better for him too. And again, like. You barely have any choice but to go to Bubble Mountain from here. You don't necessarily have to do the item checks. We don't know where Proctor goes. We don't know where
Double Kraid.
Shout out to Kraid. He's a friend.
God, just you're like I already got the quick kill. I got to do this again. Come on.
I said I wanted a quad, right? I was talking to you. I don't know. I think I was talking to you. I don't know if it was on.
4 Kraids would be the best.
Yep, 2 for 2 right now. Power bomb here. You get like if you're in M2's position, like this is shaping itself up like a various skip seed, provided you have access to that back Lower Norfair portal.
You know, that's a good way to look at it too, because with this many E-tanks, I wouldn't, I would not put it past. You know, well, the thing is though,
you got to find the back.
You got to find the back door because not having, high jump is going to make worse for him in the game very hard. Well, almost impossible.
I mean, screw.
Yeah, because he doesn't have space, doesn't have bombs.
He just got space at ice beam.
Oh, yeah, he does have. What am I talking about?
So yeah, like honestly, with all of this, it's weird, right? Because you have to go through Cathedral, so like it feels really weird to skip the items.
Yeah.
But he barely, he kind of just needs ammo, provided the back is either accessible or if this is Turian, front to back at the end varialist really isn't too bad. But we're about to find out shortly what this back portal is and also what M2 decides to do. And yeah, look at this. Like these hell runs, we had
I would be hoping for another super pack. I mean, this is Lower Norfair doable, but like it's really not a lot of items. If you're thinking about Crystal Flashes, with only 20 power bombs, if you got to go all the way in and all the way out, and you don't have guaranteed E-tanks, having space jump and screw attack is really good. But I have a feeling that right here is where MM2 is going to find his Varia suit and probably do a little forehead slap.
Yeah, and
there's no reason to not check these majors while you're here, so he's going to get it.
I think more than likely, yes. And depending on the portals,
but he's probably going to check speed first because of this. Well, he's got Crystal Flash.
That's what I was going to say. With
but
this, speed first is a pretty decent possibility. But yeah,
but speed first actually works out better for MM2 because I'm pretty sure he would skip it if he got the Varia suit.
Yeah, he wants to go speed first for the ability to get the speed booster. But going left here, yeah, like you said, the Crystal Flash makes it so you.
There's Charge Beam. All right, free seed for Audra.
Yep, that is the end of it.
Goodbye.
Especially if she remembers that, Ice Beam has been re-equipped. It had been off for a while for farming purposes.
Yeah, barring a death from Audra,
who has not saved this entire run, by the way.
Jeez. So it certainly can happen, but, right now this is Audra's seat to lose.
Yeah, and this is a beam damage amount that I don't know if you watched the semi-final between me and Glove yesterday, but you get up to 180 and you feel pretty good about stuff. The 90 of only speed, you definitely want to be getting more damage. But yeah, we're gonna see what this back portal is.
But you have to remember Audra is a very good low percent runner, like one of the better low percent runners. So she's not worried about this charge fight with 6 tanks.
Yeah, as well.
And to be honest, I wouldn't be really worried either.
And you see the fingers crossed. Boom, we're back. In South Portofort.
We haven't seen Turing yet, have we?
This is routed immaculately for her.
Yeah. I mean, with the exception of the gravity skip earlier, which really became inconsequential anyways due to routing, definitely very flawlessly routed, very well played seed. And a little bit of luck as usual, but, I think I've heard runners say before is like, the better you are, the luckier you get, so...
Yeah, for the people in the sports world, I think luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Like,
well said.
Arguably,
well said.
Like luck is kind of a skill in some ways. As we end up back in criteria and oh goodness. So here's the lay of the land. Actually, one of these left side criteria portals is going to go to wreck ship. The other side of wreck ship is going to be a dead end, and the other dead end is going to be right there.
Because we've seen moat, we haven't seen wreck ship.
So we haven't seen the left 2 criteria portals. One of them is wreck ship into a dead end, and one of them is the other dead end. When I said this was routing beautifully for Audra, it actually just got like 4 times better.
Yeah.
It's insane. This is like just when preparation meets opportunity.
There you go.
That's what we're seeing. And she's killing these enemies like you're going through here. The doors.
I do want to shout out MM2 did get a double boulder boost in the Fire Flea room. That's cool. I've tried the triple before. It's fun. Nice Behe spark.
Yeah, absolutely.
From
power bomb and you can charge to the left. So yeah, MM2 getting that charge beam also in go mode with more missiles but fewer supers. And also a lot more E-tanks. Yeah, just basically this lower north first section behind.
The only time I've ever god routed anything was a vanilla run.
And you had a lot of help with that.
Yeah.
Shout outs to the Super Metroid community. Shout outs to damage boosting into Plasma Beam when you were actually trying to skip it. It would have come back, obviously. But
yeah, I mean, Plasma, the damage output is just cuts the Mother Brain fight down so significantly you're not going to skip it, but I don't think you're trying to get the item there if you don't know what it is.
Yeah, for 600 damage. And you even find Kraid first. Like, you would have figured out the lay of the land in the best way no matter what, because this is the end of it.
This is wild.
But just I was also reminded me of the series last night. On the second race against Glove, I was laughing visibly at how well the path was working for myself, because I could see how silly it was, and like this is like the exact same thing. Like it is just worked out.
I'll do you one better. If I ever god run a rando like this, it's going to be absolutely by accident. Seriously, like I would have to put no intent or thought into it. I would just be like, you know what? I'm just going to go.
But yeah, Fantoon is our third boss. Missing out on another quad, but we've had the easy bosses
I'm
so
so
far.
sad we're not. I like how you call Fantoon an easy boss. You know, I mean, I get it, the loadout here, but you know,
There are 2 bosses that
Fantoon is the hardest boss ever. No, I'm
right.
just kidding.
Provided a missile pack, you can kill them with no suits. Those are the easy bosses. The other 2 you need, you know, some
Special
extra stuff.
equipment. Do you see that little shine in Lower Norfair there? Those are weird. I don't know.
Yeah, coming out of the boss area, things are a little bit funky. Also, Audra, a little bit unfortunate. Did a lot of too many missiles in the first round, but very, very nice Doppler on that third round to clean it up in 3.
Well, so you might say,
another
like,
charge shot wouldn't have finished it off and would have had to go forward. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, some people would wonder why would you Doppler when you have charged plasma. It does a lot of damage, but then Fantoon's disappearing more often, and you're risking longer rounds or more of them.
Because of the mishaps on the first round, they ended up having to do that. So yeah, into dispatching of the second crate. Gonna be again. Gonna follow this beautiful, beautiful path to the end of the siege, but just got that very suit a lot later. You know, did the croc that Audra didn't do. Had to do a lot more preparation and saving in East Meridia, stuff like that. The sand pit. It's just
you see that? Got a nice little X-ray flex there by MM2. That was really, really good. Yeah. MM2's energy kind of crappy, but
he's got screw attack.
Yeah, he's got screw attack, but you know, well, you know what? Keyboard runner doesn't have to worry about break and spin. Yeah.
Okay, so here it is, back of Rex ship here at Kago. The front's going to take us to Turian. It's just one boss in between us, and a game 1 victory looking here, very likely.
Get your votes in chat for which boss we have this time.
Yeah, it could be any of the 4. We have had, despite having 2 crates, we haven't had a vanilla boss yet because we just saw the Fantoon was at the crate slayer. So yeah, definitely. The only thing that's impossible in surprise is exactly vanilla bosses. So 255 permutations. And this is one of them.
Too many things to keep track of.
Yeah, so the only thing, I kind of doubt MM2 takes Nutella refill, but if he doesn't, he might not have the energy to spark all the way up climb, which would be kind of funny.
No, he'll take.
Yeah, he's not.
He'll take it.
So yeah,
I mean,
he'll be full.
Might as well. You don't know what bosses are coming up.
Yeah. That's definitely the biggest thing.
But Audra basically on a runaway right here, has no reason to check for any more items at all.
I mean,
just going to coast here. And you say the other side of Rex ship is likely to be Turian?
No, guaranteed.
Guaranteed to be Turian. So absolutely God routed.
I mean, we're going to...
I mean, could you imagine your only mistake is I hecked up Wave Beam, but I had to come back anyways? That's the only mistake. That's insane.
I'm going to argue that it made your routing better because if you have gravity already and then you get that Viria, you probably end up going to that lower Norfair at the bottom and you do that, right? But then you end up in Criteria way earlier. You wanted to do this at the very end. It's perfect.
Yeah. And like, just to point out, like, MM2 didn't do anything, like, bad at all. Like, just ended up the route, you know, the items he had. Getting that gravity suit, I think, maybe pushed him into different decisions, you know, than Audra had.
And like I said, if I'm in M2's position, I go through that single chamber, but I'm not doing any of those items. Not on 3. Honestly, it's tough because you need to farm to go to another portal. But like the Croc portal has a farm on the way, as well as the Nutella and stuff like that. But maybe like because you speed farm, you check it with 3. But like I don't think I would have gotten Varia at that juncture either, frankly.
It's always risk versus reward when you're trying to think of like how long does this check take versus what I have and what I have left to do. So Audra getting Fantoon, so we had 2 Fantoons, 2 Crades. A little sad, no Ridley and no Dragon, but hey, this is a best of 3. And, you know, this round's not over. Audra has a pretty significant lead. You know, we'll have the other race. The other races will be immediately following this one.
Charging the shot instead of using a super that goes faster and does the same damage. A little bit interesting, but yeah. Somewhat.
Well, that's true because supers do double damage on Fantoon, so that would be 600.
Yeah, has to do 2 fan tunes in yeah, I was just gonna be entering Torino.
So when
like
I was a
40,
kid growing up,
30 or
I
something
tell my math
insane.
teacher, I'm never going to use math in my life. And my teacher said, well, you will. You're going to play Super Metroid one day. You're going to have to learn about beam damage output. You're going to have to learn about, like, you know.
You're
and
gonna
I'm
have to
like,
double
oh, dang.
300 to get to 600.
Do your math, kids. It'll help you play Super Metroid better.
Yes. It's Sunday, so nobody's skipping school to watch us play video games. Yeah, I think this might sub 50.
Jeez.
Because look, I mean, we're gonna be in Turin at like 42:30, and we have charged plasma. We got speed.
Now,
We're
a sub-hour
probably not baby
area,
skipping,
a
but-
sub-hour area is impressive enough. Full area, like a sub 50. Actually, it probably is going to be a sub 50. I don't see this being an 8-minute Turian with.
Yeah, the only turn is
yeah,
no baby
this
skip.
could
But
this
like,
could be an 8. Yeah, this could be an 8-minute Turian because you look at probably
well,
no
it's like-
baby skip.
the thing about it is like in
Where did
vanilla,
MM2
like
get X-ray?
where was
Nice microwave, by the way, but where did he pick that up?
I think it
I
was
wasn't
behind
paying
one of
any
the
attention.
bosses that Audra didn't check. Because why were we checking behind bosses at that point?
That's true.
If not, it might have been high jump too.
Like honestly, I wouldn't be feeling like amazing, but with MM2's running where he is right now, I'd be feeling pretty good. Like I'd be feeling like, you know, I'm doing okay.
I think he might also.
But I wouldn't be thinking I'm losing by this much.
Yeah, so M2 and I both emulator players, so we're like on a computer. I've been running a timer to know about where I am. I don't know if he is as well, but if he's looking at this time, he's like 43. You know, all I gotta do is run through Rec Ship and end up in Turian. Like, it's a good time, but it's
Yeah, it's a good time.
that
It's well
and
within a sub hour,
otherworldly
but
time,
yeah.
which is what we're gonna have for Audra. And like 3 supers down, don't even care.
I don't know if I've ever gotten a sub 50 rando time ever.
I got one. It was vanilla map, and it felt really good. But this,
Yeah, if I did, it was vanilla MF for
Yeah.
sure.
This is just very nice. Got the jump high enough to shoot and get that mock ball. We're gonna
Yeah,
damage
Audra's
down
just
here.
going to damage down. Do you think Audra might have gone for skip if she didn't have speed? Speed and no high jump, it's like doable, but it's like stupid hard.
She doesn't do like any of the stachio skips, and especially
Okay.
without boots. Those are the ones that I know work. Is the stachio style for like low ice and stuff. So I don't expect she would have.
Yeah, I still haven't learned Stashio. Boomer for life.
Boomer for life. That's right. Some of us were not born in 2004. That's when he was born. 2004.
That's true.
He'll be 20 here in like a month or so.
Wow. I
Yeah.
was born in the 80s. I'm not going to tell you which year.
Yeah, and this is actually, with this beam damage, I really like crystal flashing instead of going into that refill. It's a little bit faster, and you don't care about your ammo because supers do out DPS the beam, but the missiles are the same. So
But
like,
I think Audra's beam
whatever.
combo is what, 30 shots?
Yeah, 30 shots with the beam, and you got probably once you get through these doors and the Zebs and the Mother Brain 1, probably about a quarter of the fight with supers. We'll see what she decides. But yeah, ice Zeb skip here through without wave. You do the room differently, so it's a little bit more awkward. But yeah, we're gonna be in here. Get these Rinkus frozen. And probably do 12-8. That's what I also do.
Yeah,
she
I would
made fun
save
of me
supers
once.
like that because your DPS on doing 15 after the catch-up phase helps you count the fight, and it's faster than the additional 20 beam shots or whatever, or 15 beam shots.
Yeah, it's also the case. So ending on an even number of supers, it's 2 supers per charge shot, so that makes the math really easy.
There you go.
So you can take away 8 from your 30 and do 22 charge shots, and you're good to go here. Probably won't use the missiles. Yeah, nice microwave there for Feint 2 number 2 here for M2, and it's gonna be in Turian when the finish happens. But there is almost nothing left. Even the worst thing that's ever happened to me is a triple hit catch up in Mother Brain, and even that, as we get a double, would not have ended the life of our runner.
Don't want to take another one of those. Now it's getting kind of hot right there. That was good commentator's curse from D-Web right there. That was gorgeous.
I said triple
boy.
and it was only a double. So.
That's true.
And
true.
frankly,
But dang.
the triple would have negated the need for a damage down. So. Yeah,
But Audra gets through the fight, no problem. I would say, I'm sure you can tell by the look on her face, she's very satisfied. No, I'm just saying, like, I would be super happy right now, but running a race is stressful. But if you're hitting 46-25, or 46-30 Mother Brain, Rainbow Beam 2. I think you would be shocked if the other runner is in the same place you are.
Yeah, I mean, like, again, I'm like,
The odds of 2 runners having routed it like that is too low.
yeah, again, because like having gravity suit earlier probably pushes you into a somewhat worse route because you would have found this like essentially dead end part of left criteria probably a lot faster.
Isn't it weird how an accident can speed up your run?
Yeah, just routing decisions, stuff like that.
There's that cursor. You told like I ignored it for a while.
I had
and
actually
I'm
been
pointing it
ignoring
out
it for
for
a
you
while
because
now.
I saw it now, and you drew my attention to it at the first place. So there's a nice callback to the beginning of comms. Here.
It has definitely been moving around because, like I said, I'm pretty sure M2's like tracking or whatever, probably on. I don't know how he's got his screen set up and whatnot, but
I don't know. He's
you move the mouse
probably
to click something and then he's moving it.
he's
back
probably
for,
chatting in Discord, opening up race rooms. And,
He has definitely responded to a DM that I sent him while racing, and I'm like, bro, you play on keyboard. Where are you typing?
I know.
I think he maybe plays from a laptop normally, and the keyboard he plays on is definitely external. But I was like, what is happening, bro? Like, but he's a zoomer. He has abilities that us old people don't.
Hey, you know what? Kids these days, I'm proud of you.
Exactly. Yeah, Mother Brain 3 phase coming here for Audra as MM2 is looking to damage down. Also going to do the baby skip. And yeah, like 2/3 of Turian behind and also doesn't have that speed booster.
I mean, what a compelling seed, actually. Like, just seeing, the same thing. Why do we watch this? You get to see how the runners' brains think, what their decision processes are, why they did this, why they did that. Nothing looked like an accident. Both of them routed it really well. Audra just happened to just do what Audra does.
It's funny, if you ask someone what that meant, probably the exact thing that would come to people's minds is doing low E-tank hell runs and spiking Varia.
Yeah.
It's an ability she has. None of the rest of us understand it. I'm
See,
like,
how come when I go to lower north or upper north fair, it never works out for me? For Audra, boom, finds the Varia suit.
you just gotta go where the items are. That's what I always say.
See, that's the thing is, if you know where they all are, it should be enough.
So yeah, we're down here. Clock just struck 49. We're gonna sub 50 this seed if we don't like bonk Behe Spark and also Shamble Parlor like I would Shamble Parlor.
I mean, this, actually, Parlor's probably easier coming from this part without having high jump boots. You could just do it like you do at the beginning of the
Yeah,
game.
just don't hold run and you're fine. But yeah, we're gonna be killing Mother Brain 1 here for M2. Probably just gonna see that head fall to the ground before Audra stands up, raises her hand, whatever she chooses to do. Game 1.
Sick.
Absolutely
Sick.
blazing pace here and the victory.
Well
Pool
run,
A looking
Audra.
pretty good out here.
God.
49.
Wow.
Like,
Wow.
what are you gonna do? 49-46. Like, okay, I guess I should have run a 48. Oh, like, cool.
Holy crap.
just extremely well played and routing decisions worked out. But like I said, sometimes things really do just work out as well as they can possibly work out. And if it's never happened to
sometimes,
you,
but
you
I've only watched it happen. I've not played the game and been like, wow, everything is. Actually, no. In the Chuzo tournament, I had one race where I just kept just facing every item I needed, and it was good. But
yeah.
no, it feels really good to have a seed like that, and so Audra is now 1-0, and MM2 taking the FF and getting ready for round 2, hoping to pull out a win to possibly go for a game 3, but. I'm sure the runners are going to take a little break, and we'll be back. I mean, what do you think? What do you think would change the tide in the next race to MM2's favor?
I mean, frankly, like knowing these two runners, I know these two runners pretty well. They're gonna make different decisions. Like I can almost guarantee you that. So you just gotta break your way. Like,
So if you
they're both
watch
really
a lot
good,
of
they're both
rando-
really smart. Like
Yeah.
they make good decisions.
Like I watch a lot of vanilla, so sometimes I don't even need to see what runner is running. I can just tell by their movements. Like, okay, yeah, that's this person playing, or that's this person playing, because those are their room choices they make, whatever their strats they use. When you watch rando players, do you think you would be able to tell what runner's playing just by the decisions they're making? Haven't watched a lot of rando. Like, let's say there were no names up there, and you're watching a runner make a decision, you'd be like, I know this runner would definitely make this decision in this place.
I think for certain people, I probably would give myself like 60, 70. Honestly, Audra's probably the most distinct, so she'd probably be a little bit easier. But I think I could do all right in something like that.
Would you recognize the runner more based on their movement or more based on their decision making?
It would definitely be. It would be decision making for sure. Because people have different things as far as like. I rewatched the race me and Glove had last night, and like she was like extremely thorough in portal knowledge in a way that I was like I wouldn't have done like exactly that thing in that place. And like that's some things that like some people were like, you know, how thorough do you want to be? Like, do you like if there's a portal like in X place or Y place, and like do you want to leave like this portal here and maybe get back to it? Do you want to leave this item here because it'll lead back to it? Stuff like that. So wave beam was a screw attack. That was one of the things we didn't see. High jump is definitely the other thing that we want to look at where that was. Energy tank wreck shift. That was very very end game as far as our routes. That's basically it. Like spring ball was waterway. She could have spiked that on the way through. So yeah, this is
That's a pretty good seed. I mean, I kind of, you know me, I'm going to root for a trolley seed. Like, this one was way too linear,
the
way
poster
too
child
easy.
for Give Me Sueless Meridia. That's Kevin
Yeah,
Aston's.
I mean, we could likely get one, but I just want to see a seed that showcases, you know, like actual challenging tricks. Like, if you look at it, the hardest trick here was probably the grab jump without high jump boots, which really not that tricky. Like, if you know how to do it, you're going to be able to do it, no problem.
I mean,
so
M2 did show off. Well, no, he had grapple, so he didn't really show off really. Actually, I mean, look, 3 tank hell run to. Well, I mean, speed gave you speed, so it was like way easier on the way back. But yeah, I mean, it was. Seeds are it's random and the difficulty can fluctuate a little bit all over the place. But yeah, that was a really really interesting and compelling game one.
I don't know. I want to see like a high jumpless lava dive, you know, no gravity suit, or I want to see some kind of. I mean, we got to see hell runs. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And hell runs without high jump boots can be pretty difficult. Low E tank hell runs without high jump boots.
And also like on the difficulty side, I was talking about 2 of each early game boss. We had nothing difficult as far as boss kills. So yeah,
that's true. So this one we need to see Varia-less Ridley. We need to see Suitless Dragon, and somehow get both of those in the same seed, and then the suits will be there.
It's definitely something that is in the realm of the possibilities. Our runners have been getting a little bit of hydration.
Can we have Varia behind Dragon and Gravity behind Ridley? Because that would be sick.
They can't happen in the same seed. But well, you could definitely have one of those.
That's my design seed if I was to design one. What do they call those when people design a seed?
Plando?
Plando. Yeah, that would be my Plando.
So, yeah.
Except I'm going to include 2 grapple beams to make sure you get a grapple beam. Because everybody needs grapple beam.
Grapple beam is a beautiful item. It has a lot. It has several uses in a lot of places. I mean, we talk about, you know, farm beam. We talk about Sueless Meridia. Like, if you're really, really sweaty, it's like the best thing to open doors sometimes.
Seriously, I'm sorry. I'm like wicked ADHD. What the hell is a Paromi? I know what the Scree is. I know what the Fune is. Fune. What is a Paromi? I don't think I've ever seen that word before, and I've played a lot of Super Metroid.
It's the little fire thingy in Pillars, apparently.
Oh my gosh, that's what that thing is?
Yeah.
That's one of those weird enemies where there's only one in the whole game. Actually, no, aren't there 2 in Pillars?
Prof, how many rooms have Paromis? Obviously, fast Pillars. Is there another room with this enemy?
I do not think so. But are there 2 Paromis?
There are 2 in the room, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, there is one somewhere else, but Golden Chorizo hasn't put out that video yet.
Okay.
Now, if you
Code 2 in 2028, we'll see the sequel.
if you design that enemy, and you know you were working on the game really hard, and that was the only contribution you made, how would you feel? Be like, oh, what'd you do? It's like, well, you know the Paromi, I did that. And you know, like, how come you didn't get any of your other ideas? And I don't know, they all sucked, but that Paromi was sick. What am I talking about?
These are the things we wax about when we're sitting here. It's so much fun. This is the second straight year I've been here. Just like, to all be here. It's fun, when we're in chat and we can like poke little jabs at each other. But you can turn around and you can just, touch your brother on the knee and say, hey, what's up? And just hanging out. It's so much fun watching these races live. Getting to see, especially, we do this a little bit sometimes for SGLIVE, the face cams. You get to see people's like, raw on minimally filtered emotion, because especially Glove, she is quite expressive. And,
that's the best part about the experience. But it's also like I get to watch this game with other people that want to watch this game. Like, I'll try to get my wife to watch a race or something. She's like, I hate this game, dude. And I'm like, why? It's so cool. And she's like, just go play in your world. Hey, shout outs to my wife letting me be here this weekend and, taking care of the house and everything and that. And she says, I deserve to be here and have fun and enjoy myself. So, just saying, when you're my age and you get to have a guilt-free, 2 days, that's an incredible thing.
Yeah,
So thank you, Natasha.
Down back a little bit too far and ended up over there on the left. He's gonna catch up with this moonfall, but not gonna be quite as big of an advantage as last time. Game 2 has started.
No moonfall.
Oh.
Shout outs to Pete Toyle and myself and
Floaters, Ace. There's a
Ace.
few.
Yeah, we're keeping it real, real dumb and slow, but we're keeping it real.
Falling at the speed of Zebus and not breaking the 9.28 meters per second squared.
Oh, I miss doing commentary. I'm having so much fun. Is this race 2?
This is race 2. Yeah.
Race 2, major minor. mm2nescartridge taking a loss in match 1. Audra absolutely god routing. Going where the items are. And we're going to see this deviation here that we saw last. Nice down back from Audra. MM2 is going to do the... Ooh, all right. So, last seed, we were sans high jump boots. This seed, first item. I'm excited seeing high jump boots right away.
I want to see no power bombs. We got it again. We got the super and the missile. If you're really, really good, the high jump climb is actually so sick.
It's... Oh, God, playing... I definitely want to see this, but I'm hating everything pre-Red Tower.
Yeah,
if you think the vanilla.
Once you get out of criteria, you're fine with the high jump boots. In criteria, it's actually kind of hard. But again, because they're both naturally wall jump climbers. Yeah. The high jump wall jump climb is actually so sick. I love to see that.
Actually, if you're a ledge grab main and you get high jump boots, this sucks for you a lot. Yeah, I do both. I'm known to switch off between wall jumps and ledge grabs at random, just like how I feel based on how I'm playing that day. But yeah, this would be a circumstance where I'd go wall jumps because it's near impossible to do a high jump BE climb, just defend climb.
I threw Derp off. I was listening to the commentary back on one of the races he commented. He was like, I'm pretty sure D-Web is a wall jump climber, and then I go for the ledge grabs. I switched a week and a half ago because nice. I was messing the wall jump climb up too much, and I felt like messing up ledge grab climb is a lot less punishing, so I switched. I do feel more comfortable. It's also the case that here we're seeing it's different, but like I said, you get to do 2 between every wall. It's so beautiful. The high jump boots are amazing. Great item. No complaints.
Yeah, you mentioned Derp too, and shout outs to Derp. I hope I get a chance to microwave some metal pirates for him later. It's my favorite thing to do, but a lot of cool Super Metroid people in the house watching this really exciting action. It's nice to be here with all of you. So everybody in chat, say hi to your favorite Super Metroid runner in the background over here.
Yeah, and I haven't explicitly mentioned it, but I think you're aware of this. The winner plays me. The loser will have a third place matchup with Glove. We got Vanilla Bombs here, so unlike last seed, we do have options left versus right. But, yeah.
I mean, that's a sick amount of races for today. Are any of our other races on Restream?
So I've talked to Rick. I'm pretty sure we're going to get everything on stream.
Oh, my gosh.
It's the final day of, SGLIVE. And
you want to go out for a coffee after this?
Pretty much everyone is finishing up the tournament today. I think we've had one finish yesterday. So it's going to be an amazing day here on Speedgaming family of networks. And MM2 is going to be featured quite a lot because not only does he have this best of 3, he's going to have another best of 3 whether he makes the first or the third place match. He is also in SMZ3 finals, which is also like a 2.5-hour game.
That is insane.
Youth is wasted on the young. Who has that much energy?
I'm so excited because not being able to have gotten here Thursday or Friday because I had to work Saturday morning, I thought I wasn't going to get a chance to see much, except people. I'm like, all right, well, if I just go to hang out with people, that'll be great. But to be able to see so many races on this final day of SG Live it's just really great. I actually felt, nothing against anybody. Like everybody organized it well the last 2 years, and it was an incredible time. But I thought the race stuff was too fast, so I kind of like to spread out more.
Yeah, and we did the pool format this year, so there were a lot of matches on those first 2 days. So we have
let's
a grapple
go
game here for that Terminator Major, and then we have a.
So this is in Logic too with Grapple Beam, but
getting across here always like whatever. I mean, the
the
real sticker here is you cannot get anything else in my chip because Spooky Missile and the boss are bomb locked. And the other portal is the top of Red Tower, and there's a miner there, and there's a portal there, but the rest of Red Tower is also power bomb locked. So, and we also have the right side of Criteria. We also got Gauntlet. We have bombs. It's not in Logic without more tanks, but there's a little bit of optionality, but it's kind of all over the place right now. But I mean,
I'm not going in there with you have bombs,
yeah,
but
bombs, no tanks is it's not the fastest thing, and it's also.
But
not
the only
safest
boss you're gonna fight is Kraid, anyways.
Oh yeah. What am I saying? We have bombs. We could fight that boss.
We could, but no E-tanks makes it a perilous situation regardless. Even when, you're not really worried with Kraid, but
I mean, yeah, Kraid is like the boss you would want. You Fantoon on no tank 5 missiles.
That would be the worst fight.
Yeah. So I got here like pretty early on Wednesday. Shoutouts to Moat, M2, especially with that grapple. I don't know if you necessarily want to end up. You can actually go out because if you can't come, you'd have to go back to the. This is weird. I don't know. We didn't get a super missile or a power bomb here, which M2 didn't check, and I kind of don't like that because you can't go back. But yeah, this is the answer for sure because that's also not true because there's minors and criteria. There's a lot of different stuff going on, but yeah, probably the path forward here is going to end up being through this green Brinstar. There are paths. There are minors available. Old Mother Brain 230. Those are accessible with bombs. So Audra didn't get that missile on the Moat, but did get the missile at Alpha PB. So they're on the same ammo. We're going to have power bombs here.
I don't know. I guess I'm weird. I tend to keep getting missiles and supers till I'm at like 25-10, like it's an 80%. Yeah, actually, I never stop picking up supers in a rando.
I think with high jump, as we find Red Tower here from the bottom, M2's going to do these portals, and also probably Spazer before coming back to Green Britain. I think if you try to jump over, but then high jump, you jump so high you bump the ceiling, you don't end up. And then if you're down in the water and you realize you could have just grappled, that probably makes you not just want to go back.
Oh come on, MM2, go down. You can do that.
I mean you can't, but you've left Green Britain to be doing this, so you really don't want to be getting too far away.
These portals are here. You got to check these.
Yeah, this portal check perfectly fine. This Spazer check, yeah. But then you really just want to go back to Green Brinstar and say hello to.
I have a hard time not completely cleaning up Brinstar. I sometimes would almost do that over portals.
Yeah. So our runners are pretty close here. Into just didn't do the top of Red Tower singular miner that was available, and it's given him a little bit of a positional lead here. Missed up the grab jump a little bit here, but you have high jump, so this is in Logic. It's croc door, so can't really do a lot from there. Are we gonna get a knee tank? No.
There we go.
Better than a knee tank. We're gonna get the various suit. This time our runners are gonna get it quite close to each other, and it is it's not locked behind any helmets. So
no, and there's really nobody's skipping Spazer, so guaranteed pickup here.
Yeah, because of how you came out of Green Brinstar and knowing you want to go back, not doing this here, especially having cleaned up all 3 of the portals, is kind of insane in my opinion. So
now, decision-wise, it's kind of early to call this, but if both of these runners end up making the same decision, who do you give the run to? They both have incredible movement.
Yeah, I would say.
But let's say a head-to-head, they both make basically the same decisions, plus or minus this room or that.
Yeah. As far as that goes, as our first tank's actually a reserve. M2's been playing more Super Metroid overall this year, so I would say he's probably slightly more in shape. There's also a little bit of controller stuff that's been going on for Audra. Her D-pad is not necessarily the greatest, but she's been making it work so far, so I'm going to mostly discount that, but they are pretty similar as far as the vanilla movement ability skill. I also want to point out, because we still haven't gotten that E-Tank, not the safest right here. You definitely want to take damage on that tiny little... Tiny little things, but yeah, you don't have to do that. You got the high jump boots. Shout out to high jump.
Yeah, MM2 is also got to be careful coming out. Now, you can do like a mock ball off that grapple block there.
Yeah.
Charge beam's really good pickup, but not what you're looking for. And not having wave beam or something, you cannot kill the hoppers through the door. So this is pretty risky, and Audra's making the same decision.
Yeah, if you want to be really safe, you can like get to the left wall and lay a power bomb and a double hit kill him. That's what I like to do.
Yeah.
In those low health situations. But MM2
that's true.
Decided to damage boost off of them because he knew that it dealt 40 damage and he had 58.
Well, there's that math coming in handy again right there.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
I told y'all last race, know your math.
So I'm gonna actually point out, you said we have Varia and Charge early. This might be another interesting stylistic dichotomy. I know MM2 in these kind of scenarios likes to still like be pretty thorough on ammo. Me personally, especially with Varia in this early charge, I would like be going ham on majors. You're already seeing that. I did not go to that minor.
Right.
Like you got Varia and Charge, you can really just kind of go ham on majors right here. And like the more like unless Gravity Suit pops up in like forward majors or whatever. Hopefully you get a beam or two and you're in a fine place. And yeah, we're still managing our health. So at some point we're gonna get a refill. There it is. Oh, and already, oh my goodness. This is actually something that happened in the series they played last year in the online qualifier, which is also a major minor area, different boss mode. Skipping Edakuns is like one of the crazier things that you can do in this game, and she did it in that race in what ended up a really close finish. And like honestly, she came up here first, right? And like, there's really no exact reason to. I think she might be skipping it again.
I mean,
It's gonna put her positionally ahead. Like, you would rather have an E-Tank over the reserve that is here, but like, we're gonna run into enough tanks that like you're fine or whatever. And yeah, even
skipping.
They both have the ability to play quite aggressively. And
oh my god, and skipping the other.
Again, I said like.
Yeah, you're right.
You could really like just start going ham.
She
on
has charge.
Here.
She doesn't need, and doesn't need more ammo because you just like you said, you could just go for majors and hope you get a good beam.
Oh, and she is actually end up going back down to the set of coons. But yeah.
I mean, in the first 12 minutes of the race, it would be kind of foolish to skip another, but maybe just checks the major and gets out though.
Maybe he was thinking
like,
about
I think maybe that's what she'll
do. I don't know. And like the power bomb count was such that she had exactly one, and you come down here and the beat times refill you. So it was whatever. So yeah, interesting.
Like I don't think she's gonna check power bombs here.
Yeah, also the case that with bombs and you had 5 power bombs, which in the vanilla game is completely enough for 10. Like that's also like especially an area with the refill of the Turian elevator.
And
like,
you're not worried about Crystal
enough.
Flash because you have a Varia suit, so 10 power bombs I wouldn't be picking up anymore because you have bombs.
Yeah, so you can see it right now. M2 has an additional missile and an additional super. If we find plasma, those pickups are not worth it. And obviously, like plasma is like one of 34 major items that could be in one of 34 locations. So like those odds are pretty low. But yeah, like I said, stylistic differences. These two, they are plenty, and we're gonna maybe see. I would not be surprised if Audra actually follows that. It is. It's risky because the health is low.
One tank low.
Yeah. Because it's random.
Yeah.
Oh, now you got to get out of there.
All right.
That hit is
it is worth mentioning that the lava damage is way less significant. That would have been quite a play. But with high jump boots, like. Actually, honestly, with high jump boots, like that's very doable. I forgot we had high jump boots. Honestly, if Audra didn't take that hit, I don't know. If it just did a full commit right away, that might have been doable coming out of there with like, yeah, that's doable.
Yeah, I mean, like, because one of the things, and I've heard M2 talk about this, like explicit thing, is that if you commit to either Lower Norfair or East Meridia, those bosses are pretty far away, and if you can't end up killing it, it's really bad. However, high jump grapple Varia, we can kill every boss. We've got the charge beam. You're gonna get a little bit more ammo. It's just that traversing Lower Norfair with Varia only in 1+1 is
no screw attack, no space jump.
So yeah, we're gonna end up back here. I expect we're going through Cock Door here. at the tube. Probably go left to Business Center with the grapple beam.
I mean, it's another good example of just because you can do something doesn't mean you should.
That's right.
And we have Upper Norfair here, which is one of the most highly concentrated areas for majors.
Oh, and here's the difference. We have not seen exactly the Red Tower portal as well as the X-ray location, which we have grapple beam for. So Audraxys actually going to clean that up, and M2 just coming up here into Business Center. So yeah, again, we were talking in between the race. I don't know if our mics were live the whole time. We didn't really take a break, but I was like, these two are going to make different decisions.
Yeah,
it's going to happen. they're different rando players, and both extremely good in their own right. Like I've been saying this all weekend. Like we have 10 people here at this tournament. The skill level for a 10-person tournament here is like actually completely ridiculous. Like, I mean, you know, everyone who watches our SM Rando, and especially people who are watching the Map Rando event for Speedgaming Live Online, Zeb, the champion, didn't make top 4. Shout outs to me. I had something to do with that. But a double missile and a tank over there at high jump. We're going to see what this X-ray is for Audra. Just an E-tank, but again, we're on 1-1, so we're gonna take that for sure. That is enough energy to beat the game. I think we're gonna get back to this bomb a little late. Yeah, we even fell off, so not gonna be super great as far as time, but we're gonna see very nice wall jump into morph there. Actually, he might not have even wall jumped with the high jump boots. We got an X-ray scope, so Business Center majors not paying off. X-ray also not impactful, but. We're going to see where our runners end up. We've got 2 portals here for M2 at the top of Business Center. I expect he's going that way. And we got this portal here at the middle of Red Tower for Audra.
Nice ice escape from MM2 right there. That should be good. Well done. That's really hard to do. And that's another thing. Moonwalk is a lot easier to set that up for, but very good movement from MM2 right there. And we've got a West Meridia portal that Audra found in the left side of the Upper Norfair exit.
Yeah, and this ordering is going to work out a lot better for Audra because probably, well, it depends. Cause I expect he's going to look at this. He's going to come out. He's going to look at Middle Red Tower. I expect he checks X-ray there. And then if he goes back to if he goes back to Upper Norfair, he's going to be positionally behind. He could go into West Meridia. You can make those jumps with high jump. You have the grapple beam, so you can get to Mama Turtle, stuff like that. So we're going to see if M2 decides to just come back to Upper Norfair, which I think is the play I would make. The ordering is just going to have worked out better for Audra. But another super missile that M2 has picked up at the Croc escape miner, Audra's not going to have again. She definitely wants beams.
Yeah, if this comes down to same decision making, having that extra ammo could make the difference. Although it's certainly too early to tell. You know, but skipping all that ammo, and if you end up not having beams, MM2 has even a significant advantage with 10 more supers.
And here, another no ice beam check here. It is just the X-ray scope, so that's pretty. Yeah, that's a chunk of time, just like strict time save there. Because
well, here also going this way,
you'd have to get plasma for that to be really worthwhile. We're also not even.
We have 3 majors here, so.
Yeah, we're gonna go back for that super. That another solid super. I expect M2 to just blind check this, but another super is really nice, especially like if we find a boss area in a relative short order. Oh, M2 is. Oh, is he just gonna? He's gonna go back through Croc Door and end up in Bubble Mountain that way. Actually, I do really like that. Actually, that's smart. Nice D boost there.
Yeah, that scree boost is really fun. That's the other great thing about this game. Not only is this decision-making process and seeing that really fun, but it's a fun game to play, which is how you can move Samus.
Absolutely. Like one of the things that really keeps coming back, like even like when I played this game for the first time like 2018, and like I was like messing around with stuff because like trying to do like little like easy randos or whatever. Like you feel cool doing stuff like straight up. It feels cool. Like the first mock ball you ever do, you feel like you're just a god gamer.
It's funny, the worse you are at the game, the more of a god gamer you feel when you pull off a strat.
Yeah. Ooh,
then you get good at the game and you just think you suck at everything.
Funny how that works. But yeah, ice beam here. I haven't really been talking about this. High jump, ice, grapple, We're getting close to not needing gravity suit in this seed. I was talking a little bit about various skips in the last one.
Well, actually, you have grapple, ice, high jump boots.
The biggest issue right now is that the only bosses that we could escape out of it at East Meridia are Dragon. You'd have to do like the full RBO fight, and we could also escape Ridley with that gravity jump tech. So those two are beatable. Kraid not beatable. Kraid you cannot escape, and also Fame Team. But yeah, we didn't go to ice. We're also not going to speed those long horizontal corridors, which are sped up by exactly the speed booster. But this is Kraid's layer, so we're definitely going to be backing up on Warfare after this, and this could once again be really pivotal. Again, Audra.
Yeah, knowing what the dead ends are is really helpful as far as routing is concerned.
The aggression, and we've still ended up with 30-30. I was talking about the major situation. Ice it's a 50% beam upgrade, which sounds better than it is because 90 is just not a lot of damage. But yeah, she's feeling good, and with Kraid's layer, like the most beautiful place to refill literally everything. Like you're not worried about any boss here. So see what MM2 decides to do if he wants to be a little bit more thorough here in Upper Warfare. I do expect, unless we find like exactly gravity over here in this Kraid area, that we're probably going to check wave on the way out. But yeah, we're going to see speed first here.
I want this to be Ridley because I want to see a fight. Last one, there was not a lot of hard work to do, just routing. This one, I want them to earn this win. We need to see boss fights.
Yeah, and so far as earning things, well, we had Varia before we had a tank, so it's been a little easy on that front. We got another super missile here. The ammo has been pretty good. That is not Ridley. It's either Kraid.
Come on.
Could have been a Dragon with that fade out, but yeah.
Had enough of Kraid. We've had enough of Kraid today.
So yeah, and here you see it, E-Tank at speed. That's the one I think is less likely. But the super matters right now. If we find gravity, especially really early, and we don't find another beam, the super is better to have than our beam by a pretty significant amount. And yeah, here you see messed up the initial quick kill setup. If you charge shot Kraid, the hand stops moving. So I like that strategy whenever I have charge beam, because that hand can really tell you no thanks.
Yeah, it makes it a pretty reliable backup. I main the 2 super on Kraid, but it's good to back it up like that if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, for sure. So, I've messed up my quota. Yeah, another super missile. And again, like this right now, this is playing towards MM2 style to just, you have the charge, you have the ice, but just a little bit more thorough. And the Spacer is now tipping things a little bit more in that other direction.
That matters right now. If you look at Audra's beam output damage, if they both end up like not finding much else, MM2 has the ammo advantage and now the beam output damage advantage.
Yeah, so double tank hero crate. And again, I expect that speed is less likely. I kind of expect we go to wave with this being the dead end over here at single chamber. Yeah, our runners are about to high five here.
I want this race to be decided by the beam fight on Mother Brain.
I mean, it's definitely not out of the question. M2 ran too early and bonked on those bomb blocks. So yeah, here's the high five. We're going to be seeing the vanilla crate here on M2 where Audra back in the Upper Norfair. We're going to see what major she does or does not want to check. And yeah, we are going to see this. This is good. The super and the spacer. So honestly, I don't expect Audra really picks up any, like, you're not going to look at a miner that's not like, tripping over it like this one is.
Yeah.
With 35 supers, 35 missiles, as well as a 180 damage beam. It feels good. You have that ice beam, you get the additional one, and you double your damage. That was something that also played into account yesterday. We're having a lot. Somehow we have a lot of parallels between my match last night and this one. It's really interesting to see. But yeah, these runners are they're going at a breakneck pace. The seed is definitely laying itself out before us. We could end up in some interesting positions. We've got the Chronic Boost portal. That's the only one here in Upper Norfair that we have not seen. Other than that, we could end up back in Criteria. We know about that wreck ship portal that we didn't do early. Again, with our current equipment, every boss beatable, so that looks pretty appealing to me. We hope we find back a lower Norfair at some point because that top of Green Brand leading to the front, not really something we're looking at. Going back to, unless there's a dead end at the end of that, we really don't want to be going back there. It's a far trip. So yeah, interesting to see how things go, but the positional lead pretty firmly in Audra's grasp right now with the Ice Beam and the speed skips. And all we got out of that was an X-ray scope that needs plasma to be useful right now.
Audra getting lucky again with some of her choices. I'm excited. I still think Audra's far enough ahead that if she maintains this lead, MM2 still doesn't have enough ammo to make that much up. I don't know.
Ooh, I think.
This is interesting.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, got stuck. That was good. Oh, I think if she just jumped more, she would have been
Yeah,
all right.
I think she would have been fine, but it's...
Yeah, it's an interesting portal to see because the other portals we get to are kind of far away, and also like we do not know Main Street, and we could also with this equipment set we actually are capable of getting up to Mama Turtle and also getting all the way up to the other portals, which we know where they are. I think you would probably rather just fall down, but this is giving time to M2 right now. This is not the fastest thing. There's also we're either going to reset this or we're just going to go elsewhere. We really don't have to go this way. Specifically in that, yeah. I think
she's going.
I do like going up here. I also like doing it quickly, and that's not what's happening. This is really tightening this race back up. There's a flatly setup if you freeze that crab, not mid-air, but if you freeze it. Oh, very, very nice. We're going to get up here now. The jump morph is free.
Jeez.
So yeah, we're up here. Going to keep that positional lead for now.
It's a really cool strat.
Yeah, but yeah, if you freeze the crab, and I think we'll actually see him to do this. It's a really, really cool and also really, really fast strat. You're going to freeze it right when it's like hanging over that lip, and then you flatly jump, and you do the like one tile underwater wall jumps. Oh, he was late, so I do not think. Oh, that crab. The crab was a little bit of a troll. Yeah, not gonna try and do things in a similar way that Audrey did as far as supering and getting the mid-air stuff. But we found meme route, and we're gonna take that back up. Yeah, wreck ship. That looks like the play from here to me. But yeah, you can see the flatly jump.
Yeah, that was
you
sick.
get in that tile, and yeah, didn't have to reset the room. Definitely not as fast as he wanted, but made it some time here. And this is another place where we could see. Getting to Mama Turtle with this equipment isn't super fast, but going back up to the top of criteria is also not super fast. And we're going to see another high jump climb. Probably you want to shoot missiles to kill these enemies instead of freezing them. See if she's right now just using the ice beam. Okay, you're gonna take a little bit slow. No enemy on that one. Yeah, still doing this pretty well. Okay, so yeah, M2 is not going to do this. He's gonna look at Mama Turtle and probably exit out of the top.
Honestly, I think that's what I would have done, is gone to Mama Turtle. Because you can, maybe M2 might even be able to pick up some ammo. If you see that crab supers might be a super. Froze that crab too far left. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I don't know. I love Superless Meridia. I'd probably just do it for fun.
Okay, so I've finally looked down at my map. We're actually in an extremely awkward place. And if Audra's noticed this, it's actually really, really sick. So here's what we have. There are two portals that we have access to that we have not seen. They're at the back of Wreck Ship and they're at the back of Lower Norfair. One of them dead ends, and one of them goes to East Meridia and then dead ends. This map is actually brutal. So I think that save might be looking at that, because if you find... So what you actually want to do is see this be the one that dead ends immediately. And you kind of want it to be Croc, I think.
Is I'm doing underwater wall jumps here? Are you kidding me?
Please. Okay, so shout outs to the...
He's laughing right now, like...
Yeah, so shout outs to Keyboard. I am not going to say anything more, but I think M2 will show you its power right here. Absolute pride. Yes, someone behind me.
Oh my God!
This is rather difficult.
Look at how far we've come in Super Metroid. That this is like a deliberate attempt. Look at how far we've come.
How far we've come and how far we've fallen. He's got a good chuckle there. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, Audra. It's funny because she took that parlor save. Oh no, see, she's so smart. So she took the power save. If this dead ends right now at Turian,
come on.
You kind of want to do it at the end. Yeah, I do want to point out for those of us in the chat, I'm being tongue-in-cheek. Like, M2's my friend, and I don't personally have like something dead against Keyboard. It's kind of fun to poke fun, but like, strictly speaking, like especially that fish tank climb, like keyboard has an advantage. It is what it is. It's not. It's legal, and we've all like been okay with that for quite some time. Like there's no controversy here, but. Shout outs to my tracker gesture. Okay, Audra's trying to do hard things. Just go over to the right where they put in that platform to make this doable with high jump, and you'll be perfectly fine. Especially because you have high jump to. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, you can do this with high jump because they put in a platform there. I don't know. Her brain's not optimated 100%. She's thinking things and they're not complete. But yeah, we're gonna probably just check this pause. But I was trying to say before MM2 decided to underwater wall jump like a crazy person in a not derogatory way. But there's
oh boy,
that is absolutely massive.
All right. Well, that changes things a little bit.
That changes things a
MM2
lot,
has
man.
the ammo advantage. Audra had skipped the Mama Turtle check, which I said before Supers Meridia, like I would have gone.
Yeah, it is definitely. I mean, like it's definitely not a bad play. It's especially in area doing it from the bottom kind of feels, but like it was. I mean, especially if you can do things that you can do. So
High jump boots, grapple. What am I doing with this grapple beam? No.
Okay, yeah. So
Audra did not check the Boston Wreck ship. No, I don't think we've seen. No, we haven't seen the Boston Wreck ship
in
yet.
the position. So I liked what she was trying to do, right? Because you want to know like the end of the game situation. It's really, really, really awkward from here because like you have to go through Lower Norfair and you have to go through Wreck ship. And like I said, one of them dead ends immediately.
Yeah, that's a long dead end too.
At either Croc or Torian, one of them dead ends immediately,
and Croc dead ends.
And the other one goes through. East Meridia and then dead ends. So,
DJ.
Yeah.
Do you see that cursor on the screen?
Oh yeah. So it actually, funnily enough, from right here, what is this? You can get to Redfish at the bottom of this and end up getting that gravity suit like M2 just got. But M2 being earlier to that gravity suit, just like Audra being a lot earlier to that very last seed, putting him very much in a comfortable advantage right here. I expect he also is aware of the way that this is working right now. I think Audra right now just wants to go to Lower Norfair, but the wreck ship check was like way better as far as like being able to see what is on the other side much quicker. And it's also like the boss and like the area transition are not necessarily in really the same direction. So if Turian's on the other side of wreck ship, Audra, it's like. So if this dead ends at Croc, you do want to do it sooner. But if it goes through East Meridia, it really matters which side of East Meridia, and it matters what's on the other end. Like 95% of the permutations of how this end game work out better for MM2, but he's going to wreck ship first, which is what Audra wanted to do, but just had a little brain fart as far as how you're supposed to get to that portal with high jump boots. There's an additional platform that's not there in the vanilla game that lets you just get there for like you got to do like one little wall jump. I don't even know if you jump low enough, you might be able to get on the platform from one of the underwater ones. So yeah, I'm gonna say firmly advantage MM2 right now because again, like Audra's not gonna find the gravity suit, and there's some East Meridia in one of these directions. There's East Meridia. And because MM2 is just checking this boss right now, we're not going to know for quite some time. And also, as well, I was talking about earlier, we're at like 5-1 now for Audra. But still not the safest Lower Norfair with no screw attack, no plasma. And also, we're probably going to be checking out that screw attack. So here's Wreck Ship. It's got the Ridley boss. Here you go with some challenge.
Finally.
Although it came in with like 40 supers. How challenging is it really?
Audra, what are you doing?
She just... I don't know. I was looking at Ridley. Yeah, here's the lava dive trick. You see that in GT Classic for those of us who aren't insane and do it without high jump boots.
Nice Ridley fight from MM2 right there. I mean, showing you just how powerful super missiles are. When Audra does finally make her way there, she'll have the same fight. Supers, boom, 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 boom. So, but you can see the advantage MM2 has right now. An extra boss down. Audra has a little bit more map knowledge of what she's seen, but I think MM2 could process that without having to go through all that.
No, right now
based on his routing?
they've seen the same amount of things. 'Cause
Same
he
amount of
didn't actually
things.
get to the indirect ship. So yeah, M2's not gonna check like literally anything else here. Which makes sense because, like, I mean, number one, you're in complete go mode. Number two, your beam is sufficient. You also got a nice amount of ammo. Also, like, we saw how the last race went, right? Like, Audra's time was freaking blazing. So, like, you do not want to be wasting time here. But yeah, I talked about screw attack. I was like, maybe you check that, but that is not what's happened here.
That's kind of it's a far check for one item.
Yeah. So we're gonna see. So again, like,
But if I'm Audra, I actually might have checked it not having gravity suit, but has everything for suitless Meridia, so I don't know. But yeah, MM2 I think has a really significant advantage.
the worst.
Gravity suit almost doubling his advantage.
Yeah, so the absolute worst thing that can happen for MM2 is that this is East Meridia in the Turian. And honestly, Audra might have a chance in that scenario, but
I don't know because suitless
really
Meridia is really slow.
Yeah, and that's the problem because
It's
like, you're gonna have
like
to
I'm
get to
all
the
for
flag.
it. Please do it. You said it's
And-
gonna be a suitless Meridia if I'm calling.
yeah,
but
again, still we are unable to escape from the Dragon area right now for Audra without it being exactly Dragon or okay. So literally the perfect scenario for him too.
yeah, can't get
Because
out
it
of East
deadended
Meridia.
immediately with Croc. That's exactly what I was talking about earlier. That was the best scenario for going to wreck ship first.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of hate to be that guy, but M2 has won this race. He would have to die to dodge.
And not very
That's just how it
likely.
is.
He's pretty healthy as far as E-tanks are concerned with this loadout. You know, Mother Brain is not going to be an extremely hard fight. It's going to be a little lengthy,
Yeah.
unless he finds a better beam. But if you're MM2, like, especially with how fast Audra won the last one, like, I don't think I'm checking any majors. So I'm just
Yeah.
getting the boss, finding Turian, and going home.
Yeah, you're gonna see bots with E-tank because you're gonna be in that room. Like that is it. That's it.
Yeah. And you know what? If that's an E-tank, I might even pick it up.
But, yeah, depending on current health, especially. Yeah. So yeah, this is gonna not work out for Audra. Frankly, if she gets to like the end of East Meridian and finds that Turian, I wouldn't be surprised if she just like is just kind of like whatever at that point because you know, especially because you went to wreck ship to try to avoid that. Frankly. It's really funny from that position. It might even be faster if the rolling saves go back far enough. It might be faster to go back to her wretched save, even having cleared this boss.
Yeah.
Because of like it's a long backtrack, especially because we know she's not gonna have the gravity suit. Like this is one of those races where some people really
If you're doing Suitless Meridia
despise
in
these
a
kind of
seed.
scenarios that come up where it's like there's. Especially because it's not like one dead ends immediately, so is the other. Like one of them takes another boss area to dead end. Like these kind of maps, the coin flip is like kind of not preferred. Honestly, I mean they both made the same play initially, right? So we like kind of agree on what you are like supposed to do. It's just that Audra didn't get to that portal.
But you're right. She would probably know too, having to do all that backtracking and Suitless Meridia twice, knowing that the only way the race could not be lost is if MM2 did the same thing. And you said, you know, they're both very different as far as decision making is concerned. So she might even know that MM2 is probably ahead at
honestly,
that point.
like from where they were, like again, like going to Mama Turtle wasn't really fast, and like M2 also did it in like not very fast ways, right? Like we saw that. And like you really would rather just do that from above, and also especially like it's weird because like Audra, I think in most situations probably should have just looked at that boss at the very least. At wreck ship it didn't even do that because like I mean gravity can just be there, right?
Yeah.
So like definitely interesting decisions here as far as what's happened on Audra's side. Dragon went down again. Like, there's not really any danger for runners at this level of this Dragon, and this Dragon we can get out of very easily. It's a
grapple jump.
The
no
precious room
sweat.
is the precious room is the real bottleneck here.
Well, I mean that's the thing. So if Audra, you know, finds East Meridia, has no way to get out of the precious room, then she could be pushed into looking for more nonsense. I don't know. Just not a good situation. So, but that means 3. That means a best of 3. And hopefully Audra can figure out this. There you go. All right, that grapple jump can sometimes just be kind of finicky. It's not the easiest thing in the world if you're not practiced at it. But looking at that low energy situation, the turrets do damage. So Audra was a little bit lucky there. You get some good farm right here.
Yeah, because M2 does have a 15th powerbomb, Audra only with 10. No ability to refill health with a crystal flash there, so definitely needed to get that sooner rather than later. But,
Nice backup there. MM2 was a little bit late on that gravity jump, but almost took a Namahe Flame, getting into lower Norfair very comfortably.
Yeah, so both of them are in lower Norfair. M2 up a boss and up a gravity suit. This is gonna, like we were saying last seed, right? The seed was running away from M2. The seed
it's running toward him.
It is like breaking the sound barrier. You're running away. Like, yeah.
This is a great call. You know, like Audra ran such a strong and powerful first race, and MM2 doing like exactly the same in race 2 is exactly why these two runners are, you know, in the finals right now.
Yeah, toe to toe, blow for blow are these runners. Yeah, we were more than likely. I mean,
there's the Paromi.
The Paromi.
Yay.
Those of you who were here 40 minutes ago, talk about the seed hash. Paromi, the little weird lava caterpillar.
You know what? If we weren't live for that, everybody's going to see that scene right now. Only the people here know what we're talking about,
right,
and I love that.
I think it's the meme from like Wolf on Wall Street where I think it's like Leonardo DiCaprio when he's like that. Like that was us right now.
Yeah.
We recreated a meme. That's always been my dream on commentary. Okay, so yeah, Audra doing that manip you saw here in the Key Hunter stairs. With various you really don't want to be taking those hits, but also just like, you know, another point of things, like all the skips that Audra's done, like that's also gonna make
actually
East Meridia like
this
kind
sucks.
of a cold shower.
This sucks for Audra actually. This energy.
It's even more bait if this is the front, because if this is the front, not only could Gravity be there in logic, but she's also like probably going to check Sandpit for like a better way.
Don't forget like, these Key Hunters do 50 hits or 50 or 100 damage, 100 hit. Yeah, there you go. Because we don't have gravity suit.
Yeah, we do have a save at 3 Musketeers or Key Stairs, but yeah, we're. I think she probably would rather be on a manual reserve to do some. Oh well, yeah, if you're on auto, but yeah, actually did dodge that. That was kind of crazy. Yeah, let's see what side. Oh yeah, and it's Aqueduct.
And fill in the reserves just enough so it wouldn't take a big dump. There's that head shake you were talking about. You know exactly what you called. And having no way out of Precious Room, that sucks.
Yeah, and again, and like I said, like because of how because it was the front, Gravity could be here in logic at the bottom of the tank.
Yeah. What do you think's gonna actually be there? It's going to be the most useless item.
I'm going to say like screw attack or something.
That's not. I mean, right now it's kind of useless
because of how the map works out.
Yes,
you have to
exactly.
have done all of Lower Norfair to get here, and after that it's like whatever. But yeah, grapple jump going to be coming up here. Very nicely done.
Some of those D-pad issues might be happening too because.
Yeah, the grapple jumps have been like.
It's been a little wonky, and I know that they're not well. It's just. They can be tricky if your D-pad's giving you hell.
Yeah. So,
all right, MM2 going to fight for it's going to be roughly a similar dragon fight. I mean.
Yeah, you're going to take less damage. You're going to be able to move more quickly. So yeah, ice clip here, suitless. With or without the gravity suit, it's like the same exact trip and it's the same amount of easy. You're just cruising through the water, walking through molasses. I had a football coach who used to say that when we weren't going fast enough.
Yeah.
Like you're walking through molasses out there.
Molasses in January. Oh, okay, Audra, that was not good. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the other reason to not have the reserve.
Nope, we're dead.
Oh,
yeah.
GG's. Well, she's got a save like right there.
Yeah. No, unfortunately, like we
very
all know,
heads up.
We all know that this is completely irrelevant to the.
But the way the reserves work is like you only have iframes for so long. So if you're refilling, your iframes are going to reset. So if you refill fast 12, like that, you can still get out of the way. Which I was going to say earlier was smart how she, left only so much in her reserves to not take a double hit.
Yeah, only 12 in there. There's not enough frames to run out those iframes for taking damage. M2 using the gravity jump to get out of here. Didn't want to IBJ. I think because of the resource.
With high jump boots, it really sucks to get that timing down. Plus, gravity jumps just faster.
Yeah, I was gonna say like if you've seen the people pushing world record to its limits, people, like you're skipping the drops and you just IBJ out immediately. But the resource situation made it such that you wanted to get those drops So I agree with what's
MM2
going on
is
here.
not really on a strong. I would farm. Okay. Like this energy is not good for MM2 either. Going to be in a slightly perilous situation. Has a significant enough a lead that it probably won't
He
matter.
also has the ability to, like, even if it wasn't an E-Tank and Fire Flea, which it is, he could farm those Fire Fleas up and be able to Crystal
Until he
Flash.
can Crystal Flash,
But,
yeah.
it is an E-Tank there. So if he checks that, which I kind of expect you do on this situation, he'll be rewarded with an E-Tank. So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see if Audra can get this.
He's probably even
boxing
hoping
kill
it's an
in.
E-Tank. There's nothing else would really be useful except Screw Attack.
Plasma as well.
Well, it
yeah.
couldn't be there because it's, Plasma or Screw Attack.
Very, very nice T-on here, Suitless. That
Suitless
pattern,
Batoon's really tough.
that was a very, very nice Morphle under there for him too. Gonna take that hit. Yeah, like I said, I expect we're going to Fire Flea here, but he hasn't selected supers, so we will see.
I mean,
Logically, that is the biggest troll that you could have
there's
imagined
Speed Booster.
here.
Look.
There's the biggest troll. Like logically, that is the biggest troll item that could have been there by a lot.
Oh my gosh.
Because yeah, like with this item loadout, and obviously we know where gravity is.
That's the item you're least happy to see
Gravity
right
could
there.
be at
But
both
because you know
waterway.
gravity was available already when you've picked that up.
Well, no, I mean, you don't know that gravity wasn't like wreck ship, reserve,
Yeah.
or waterway. Like that is like with this exact map layout, that is still a possibility. Which is like it's really trolly. But again, we've known where that is for a while. M2's about to. M2's probably going to like get to the boss of East Meridia, like while Audra's in there, and like that's when the like pass up is gonna happen. And again, like Audra's ability to get out of this boss is dependent on which boss it is. And the Coliseum is not exactly what I would call safe with this equipment set. But yeah, we can get a Pappy Climb.
Well, if the boss happens to be Kraid, Audra can charge a spark.
Now we can speed boost her out.
Yeah, so that speed booster could actually be very beneficial right here.
Yeah,
But
it
MM2
did
is
up the
right
number
on
of
her
bosses
tail
from,
and way ahead at the same time.
Yeah, the number of dual bosses did increase from 3 to 4 with that speed booster. I wasn't cognizant enough of that. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking about it because what else could it help for?
Yep. Very, very
And
nice.
technically, you
grapple.
can do that out of Ridley Room, but that short charge is really hard.
We are actually gonna.
Yeah,
We're gonna
smart
save here. I don't know how valuable this save is. Right?
No? Well,
Because like, if you can't do the boss, do you really?
then
wanna
your save is back before her save's before Batoon.
No, but the better save to reset back to is in Lower North. Because regardless of what, number one, regardless of what would be at the end of this, it's not
Still
gonna be
has she
gravity.
still has to go back anyways, right?
Yeah, you gotta go back anyway. So I mean, you would want to know if it's Turian, but like, if you strictly can't beat the boss, you strictly can't beat the boss, or not beat the boss. Okay, so it's Ridley, and you can get out. Is wishing that she would have picked up those super missiles that she literally just looked at. Although with this, I mean,
You
it's
can
funny.
get out, but it's not that easy.
The gravity jump. So, I had one of these practices, and this was the case. I had like riskily just like come into here with no gravity and without the ability to escape. I think I could have escaped Ridley and Kraid, but not the other two or something like that. And I got a Ridley, and I had literally never done the gravity jump in my life, and I figured it out. It took me a while.
All right.
But, Audra both has done it before in her life and is also more mechanically skilled than.
There's a grab jump that's kind of similar to it in Containment Chamber.
Being Audra, I do expect her to have played that ROM hack and also probably. But I don't know if she's more of a puzzle hack speedrunner, but I expect she's played that. But yeah, we can get out of here. This is not gravity, that much we know. But be interested to see. Probably, yeah, you just check it. Like, why the heck not? It could be like a beam upgrade. It could be space jump to make Coliseum better. It could be several different things. So yeah, from Audra's position, like if Rex ship was Turian, like this sucks. Okay, yeah. So you wanna? I like to do the aim down wiggle. That makes it a little bit easier to do this. But yeah, that's the other thing. If you don't wall jump check the door, or at least like come in here with a spin jump, you're probably gonna fall all the way to the bottom. So yeah, we'll see if she can spin jump, shoot the door, get up here, not fall all the way down, save some time. But yeah, M2 did not do a lot of farming, so there's gonna be a little bit of a long Ridley fight here.
Yeah, long Ridley fight, but definitely not going to have the same amount of trouble trying to get out of here. So what is it with MM2 not having wave? Ice and Spazer is weird math.
No. It's wave spacer. That's
Oh,
weird.
it is
So,
wave.
180 damage beam, 18,000 health. So it's just
Okay,
100 shots.
so
It's
it's
actually it's probably the easiest math. It's just not the one that you know because there's like no vanilla category that has this exact beam damage.
That's true, and I have been living in vanilla land for quite a while.
So yeah, Audra, having some trouble with this. Like I said, I didn't expect this much trouble, but this is definitely, it's not easy, and probably you also haven't done this in a little while, I would expect. So hopefully.
So how does this grab jump work? You got to do the wiggle at the right time?
Yeah, so like I said, I like to aim down.
I haven't done this
'cause
one
that
yet.
Does, and then like the turn. So when you turn around, it doesn't like stop your vertical momentum. So like doing that little like wiggle will like bend you around the corner and not stop your vertical momentum, and that'll get you all the way up above the water. That's what you're looking for. So yeah, just I don't know if you have to do the aim down, but that's what I've seen, and that's what I did, and it ended up working. So again, I did point out the D-pad isn't really the greatest for her right now. I don't know if that's having some effect on things. It's also the case that you want to get like a late like into the door frame. Like you can see her feet off the ground. Yeah, speed booster also might be not helping. That's also.
Oh, you know what? That's actually a good thought right there. I don't know that I would have thought about that because
I did also turn off speed when I got this. I will say that.
That might be why she's bonking there.
Oh yeah,
because when you have speed, your upward momentum's faster,
too high
right?
Too soon, yeah. That's
or is
also
that just
not
high jump
good.
boots?
No, so there's a graph somewhere that exists about like your jump height relative to your dash frames and something like that, and there's like no movement, and then there's speed, and there's speed high jump, and it's definitely higher, I think, always, but there's like this, it dips in weird ways that you like wouldn't expect. It isn't linear. Okay, so yeah, finally M2's completely and utterly blazing lead has realized itself in on the screen. We're out of this precious area. We're also done with all 4 bosses. And Tyrion is here at the end of East Meridia, Forgotten Highway. So see how,
yeah, for the seed that we're seeing right here, MM2 has played it extremely well.
yeah. So
Ooh, there's the grab jump right there.
The moment I looked at M2's screen, I was like,
It's like the same thing.
all of you out there in viewer land either saw it or have the ability to clip that. So yeah, literally as soon as I looked away, I think. Well,
I missed it.
Yeah, we all
it's like I was looking at MM2's screen.
Somebody post the clip in Twitch chat, and Prof will see it. He's sitting behind me. Okay.
Watch that sand. Oh,
A little bit dangerous.
I had a little dip in the sand last night. Was able to get out of it, but that can be really bad if you get stuck in that sand. There are spikes under there. Just do a lot of damage.
M2 is going to be.
Everybody does, Prof.
He's going to be coming up here into Turian, and I wonder how he's feeling right now, because I mean, you know that the gravity's a bit of a spike, especially because like with Boss Surprise, more than likely Wreck Ship is 5 items for which you can get without the speed booster.
Honestly,
So-
if I'm MM2, I'm actually still worried that I'm not playing fast enough, just because, you know, yeah, 2 suits, but I would be feeling like my opponent did the same thing, because nothing seemed really out of the way. Like, nothing was out of the way. Audra just decided to skip Mama Turtle, whereas an item that, you know, yeah, that's pretty much it. So if I'm MM2, I'm actually feeling like I'm either behind or I'm keeping pace, even though we know he's way ahead.
I mean, we saw it like with where they were in the early parts of the seed. Audra had skipped several of those upper Norfair checks that M2 that did not pay out. So if she had decided to do that Mama Turtle check, would have been in the lead. So curious where Audra wants to go right now, because it looked like she was going to exit. With this equipment, you kind of can't do CAC alley, so if you want to go to the back, you need to go the underway. So looks like we're going down left sand pit, which to me says we're probably going to look at the item for fun. It could definitely be like good things, but interested to see how this works out as far as where she wants to go and wants to check. So call this break free, I think, because of arcade. Shout out to
That
arcade.
that jump right there, those wall jumps there without having space jump there after you break the water line is really tricky.
Hey, look, it's plasma.
Ho and DZ shuffle. Yeah, just another useless item for Audra.
She is wondering what she wants to do. She reached for a reset button.
It's like the opposite of her last seed that she played.
Yeah.
Nothing seems to be working out when it needed to work out.
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning, they were both doing very similar things, and it was, everything was great. It was just gravity where it was, and then the wreck ship thing, which, again, like, she just, like, forgot how you're supposed to traverse that with only high jump. And I mean, if she had seen the croc, number one, she probably does it, but also she would have done wreck ship, so she actually would be in a position where, like, because you could get out of Dragon's boss, like, if she had wreck ship done, she would be in a position to finish the game. It's just a lot of suitless movement that's a little difficult. But yeah, as we stand into successful baby skip, blazing through the end of the seed, he's gonna.
If any other item was that Mama Turtle, Audra would probably be fine. That gravity suit was just so powerful compared to Suitless Meridia that needs that much backtracking.
Yeah. So we have 30 plus 42. We have a 180 damage beam. So more than half of the fight's gonna be ammo, and so probably somewhere between 30 and 40 shots for this beam.
A lot of underwater wall jumping.
These are the more standard underwater wall jumps, 2 tile wide. You can do that with enough speed. So the traversal back through Lower North are going to be made quite a bit easier by that plasma. Maybe that was one of the things she was weighing as far as, do I keep this item? Because getting back up to the aqueduct was not necessarily the fastest.
Yeah, plus the beam damage. If your opponent's in the same position as you, it's good to have plasma. Although
versus not.
We know it's not very helpful at all.
Yeah, and it's funny because like Audra now has portal information such that she knows that the things she has not seen are exactly Croc and Turing. So like doesn't even know that she's going back to where Turing's not, which she has to do anyway. But it's kind of funny to like not actually even know what the situation is. Okay.
This is not where I want to be with this much energy. I mean, I understand it kills you less fast than vanilla, but this is still bad.
Yeah, I think
this is really bad, actually. Goodbye.
I think you can barely make this out, but it is really
yeah,
tight.
But what do you gotta do next?
I mean, you have plasma eyes. You can freeze this real quick.
True.
Yeah,
true.
But you're right because Mickey Mouse is actually abysmal right now.
It's just,
you need. I was gonna say you need a power bomb here to be able to crystal flash, but you
doesn't even have enough supers.
Yeah, you have 4 supers. So I don't know how much damage these things do, but I think that one might
enough.
be enough.
We're a little safer.
Yeah, this is another reason to have picked up plasma beam.
And not having wave beam here sucks. Power bombs, I would have power bombed.
Yeah, I think those things are too big to get through this gap, so this one's fine.
Yeah,
but they can also just hop over there and be unkillable. Shout out to the shot block. And yeah, nice blue.
Yeah, that was smart actually doing that speed strat.
But this is not enough energy to do lava dive.
That's true.
And she needs to realize that. There it is.
Where's she gonna farm? Gonna have to go get the rippers.
There's a refill
green
down
gate.
there, but
oh, that's right. You got to do the green gate. Yeah, 4 chances.
3 more than you need.
This is why I play vanilla. I never end up in somewhere with stuff I don't like. I always have everything I need. It's good.
So these things will drop 5 energy at a time once you put on full power bombs. But she's just gonna use these pirates. So yeah, we're talking about the dramatic and interesting. It was just about to finish. Just over an hour here. That Speed Booster is gonna make the escape really fast.
That's a really good time with this seed. Actually.
Yeah, this map is it's not the fastest thing. If she knows how much, so going from left to right, you do need less energy, and you can no tank lava dive right to left in vanilla, right? So if you have insanely good movement, this is probably enough, but it is really, really risky, and like especially coming from the left, like, are you going to dodge the fireball? I have no idea. There is a save out there, obviously, but this is just one of the. one of the more interesting ways that these could be playing out, quite the dichotomy. I'll point out for those of you who watched SGLIVE online last year, their game 2 was it was a similar amount of shambles for her in that game too. The difference was MM2 also had a lot of shambles in that race, just quite a bit less because he actually found a suit in that seed. She did not. So yeah, 97. I'm pretty sure we're gonna go up this elevator. We're gonna take a save. We're gonna try to get out of this gravitron room, but might be a finish on M2's side before we end up in that situation. So very, very nicely run, M2. Gonna even the series up at 1 game apiece.
And actually, you know, similar, like, I think MM2 is much further ahead than Audra was in the last race, but still, you know, a similar kind of race situation where one racer just dominated pretty much the whole race with just good decision making and good playing. So very exciting, very good race. I'm happy I was here for it. Here's Audra going for this very risky,
yeah, having
but
plasma
doable
making
dive.
you actually able to freeze those really helps. So yeah,
Well, yeah, because you don't need to wait out for the flames. Big difference.
plenty to spare, arguably.
You only need one.
The Hematite Spark here. Audra is going to be going back to our ship. It's not going to get there. We're still going to be moving that start. You got a speed boost here. So and, one room away from the ship.
We got our dream. We got our game 3.
I looked at you and I said we might burn a few more barns today. Here we are. Game 2 here is going to go to MM2 just over an hour.
Wow.
And yeah. I was talking about how MM2 had a lot of rando to play, and he's added 1 game from the minimum of that to do that. So yeah,
That was a run.
it's definitely something. But yeah, our runners are they're gonna take a break. MM2, you can see is behind me talking to our friends and stuff. But yeah, we roll all the seats at the same time, so they both already have game 3 acquired. And take a break, stretch out. At this point, might even want to grab a little bit of a snack. I know my stomach is telling me that food is in the future, but we have Super Metroid to play.
Depends on how much time. Like, do I have enough time to run the sheets? I don't know.
No, probably not. I assume they're going to be.
I assume we're going to go
starting
right
quicker than
away.
that, especially because, like I said,
But-
schedule's a little bit tight today as far as getting everything in. Especially because after this, we have our 3rd and our 1st place matches to play today. Like today.
Yeah, when is your race?
So tentatively, the plan is to, after this final game 3, we're going to have about an hour-ish break before the glove faces the loser of this match.
Okay.
1st place match will probably end up sometime in the evening-ish.
So we'll have time to go eat, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely keep your eye on that Speed Gaming schedule. Also,
Yeah,
if you're in the Speed Gaming Live Discord especially, we're keeping people updated in there, and you can check out stuff. But yeah, let's hope that we have a very, very nice Game 3 ahead of us. And,
I mean, that was pretty wild. You know, and that's the one compelling thing about Rando, too, is that, you know, literally anything can happen, even when a racer looks like they're way ahead. But
yeah, for
it
sure.
can still be compelling, even if you know the outcome of the race, to see how it turns out.
Yeah. Am I back? Okay, I'm back. Hello.
I think we're back. It sounds like everything sounds good right now. So,
Yeah.
all right, so I think it's probably time we can count the runners down. I'm getting really excited for this match. The first 2 were just really, really good, very compelling races. I recognize all of the enemies on screen this time, Garuda, Screech, Shoot, and Sizer. So automatically I know more what's going on at the start of this race than I did last time.
Absolutely, and yeah, I was to your point about like the trolliness, like because MM2 found gravity so early, like some of us were talking about like how do you play that seed, what do you do or whatever. That seed was actually kind of awful in like several different ways, especially
That's
because
only awful if you make the wrong decisions.
Yeah, Rando, just go where the items are. But yeah, if you look at what was possible in that seed logically, there were like 100 different really, really brutal things. And also just like generally in auto plays like this, there's a lot less thorough. Like never did ice, never did speed, didn't look at screw attack, all those are accessible. We had Varia really, really early, and you know, just it was one skip that didn't pay off, as well as like some of the portal stuff and some shenanigans. I reminded her that there's a change to East Ocean and that you can do it with high jump without trying to do that like crazy wall jump that doesn't even work without like double jump or space jump. But finally, The Morph Ball is not vanilla here for us, Kev. We got a reserve tint.
So that means we're going to be looking at the D-boost into the ceiling for the Morph Ball, which we haven't seen in this series yet. So nothing difficult for the runners, just an idiosyncrasy of this rando.
Yeah. Also, we're not going to have the difference between going right and going down, because you have to go right first in this one. So.
Yep, and so far going down and going up is a 50-50 win chance. So there we go.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Morph Ball, and for those just tuning in, maybe not sure, this is a major minor split. We have full area, and we have boss
surprise.
Boss surprise.
You go to the boss room, and you get surprised.
Yeah, you don't know what boss it's going to be. I mean, you could. We had Kraid twice in one.
We had Ridley. We had double Kraid, double Phantoon. The last one had 2 Ridleys. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's actually quite unlikely to have one of each boss. I was talking to Kev. 255 permutations. Only 23 of them have one of each boss. Those are what we play in Shuffle and Shifted. So
yeah,
extremely unlikely, but it does happen. And finally, just like a known Morph Ball at the vanilla spot, we do actually have Power Bombs this time. You can also see both of our runners have a nominal amount of health in their reserves.
Yeah, supers and missiles were pretty readily available in the last 2 seeds, so we could potentially, well, there you go, there's a super missile right there. So full artillery for our runners so far, and pretty evenly matched up. We're going to get a look at this portal, which in full area is really smart to get a look at this portal. In light area, I would say it's not very necessary. Very bad for Audra to take a hit there, especially with where this portal is leading. It's going to be tough to get out of here without taking a death, actually.
Yeah, the iframes for the portal transition are really, really helpful, as well as those. You can hitbox.
That was a good manip there.
Power bomb. But also, like I said, that nominal amount of health in the reserve is also like a bunch of safety, because it's nominal. The iframes are gonna not cause you to get double hit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's really hard to get through that room without taking 2 hits on the way back.
Yeah. So we have the back of our chip down there. We're hopefully never gonna go through that. But if this seed ends up like last one with all the one-way boss areas and stuff like that, we never know what we might see. But yeah.
And back of Morph is a really long backtrack, because not only would you have to go like all the way there, all the way back, like that would be bad if Meridian was to, or Forgotten Highways to.
Another stylistic difference. Those 2 always on the ammo grind. Audra was like, I've got one of each. I'd rather have this power bomb from other things. I'm just gonna say no to Old Mother Brain. And only a missile. That's definitely the one you want to skip is a missile, especially this early. Another power bomb would be great. Super's pretty much always great. We have actually found charge in both of these seeds right now, which is a little bit uncommon, honestly. So we'll see how. We've had no vanilla morph difference. We had power bombs early. That's also a difference. Maybe we won't find charge this seed.
I like early screw attack.
Having saved that power bomb with getting screw attack, like M2 probably just refills at the ship, which might also incentivize a gauntlet check. Which Audra, I think, like you can make that one power bomb too with the B-toms at the back of gauntlet.
Yep.
And you can screw attack through like most other bomb blocks. So yeah, I think the positional difference actually here is actually going to be pretty stark. Yeah, like
Audra going left like you expected.
And I expect him to
and
both to go right to refill power bombs to the ship, because you kind of need to do that, frankly. And then I give it a pretty good chance that he also does gauntlet. You got screw attack.
There you go.
You're gonna have a full reserve from the ship refill.
I like this too, because again we get to see that deviation that both races has shown. Both of these runners make distinctly different decisions. Plus this gives MM2 a chance to spike something cool, not a suit, because suits are not in criteria. That would just be too powerful if suits were found in criteria, but it could be something interesting that could turn the tide of the match. Things have been so far. So far, each race has been decided by basically one decision.
Yeah, and here we are. Here's that gauntlet. We saw Red Tower from the bottom there at the G4 door. Here's the back of East Meridian. We found 2 boss areas already. Somewhat good for our ability to not get stuck in a situation like we were last season. But yeah, here's that gauntlet play. It's screw attack. You also had that reserve, so we're gonna.
Oh boy!
But yeah, break and spin, very, very smart here. That's gonna let you not dip into the acid.
Not inconsequential. I mean, that acid with no E-tank kills you fast. This is a good pickup here, the E-tank for MM2, but not worth. I would say that reward is not worth the time, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but
just an E-tank. If it's double super at the back, you're probably fine with this outcome.
That's true. That's true. Even a power bomb pack would be good here.
Yeah, and we'll see how early we end up.
Oh boy! Oh
He's fine.
Yeah.
Just gotta wiggle out to activate that space shuttle. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how early we end up in Upper North Fair. Of course, despite getting an E-tank and also having that full reserve because of
Even dying there wouldn't have been big for MM2 though. The save is just right at the ship. Audra covering a lot more ground here and maybe getting a lot more worth out of it. We'll see what this Spazer holds. Double jump? That's actually pretty hot with no bombs if you get into a moat situation.
Yeah, especially with screw attack already. You got a little baby space screw action. So let's see what we get here. Yeah, didn't check the two portals. Did this item first, so we're gonna see hopefully a successful gravity jump. If you don't get the initial one, there are cross room strats that you can do.
So this jump is a little bit harder when you don't have high jump boots, but it is doable, and really it's a worth portal check. Looks like it's going to be lower North Fair.
All right, hey, we already have seen
3 boss areas.
We're not going to have a situation quite as bad as last seed at the very least.
Yeah, well, as far as knowing where the bosses are, but we might have a different problem because it doesn't look like we're being given anything as far as energy is going to be a concerning situation.
I mean, she could have farmed crabs, but she just didn't.
And Audra was at moat before she got double jump.
Yeah, so what about a CWJ? I especially with Spazer outstanding, I kind of like coming back. It's definitely, it's not the most thorough thing you can do. But
I think I would have taken that save right there. Just because.
I think with double jump I would have turned back, but I don't mind just going forward.
Yeah.
It can be a little tough, but it's also the case of like, oh, here's
so now we know where all the bosses are.
We
know where all the bosses are 7 minutes and 40 seconds in.
I was about to be like, that person in Twitch chat who's like, there is still one completely awful situation where all 3 of those could have been the 3 dead ends and you would have hated life. But we found Crate, so yeah, we look at Turian and that's like theoretically all the knowledge we need. We would probably like to find Green Burner Upper Norfolk. The most hilarious possible outcome that exists here is that like say there's like a suit here and like the top of this is like, I don't know, like Turian and like Croc or whatever. You could just like never see any of these 3 areas that complete the scene. It would be like the silliest, weirdest thing ever. But that's possible actually. It'd be really funny. I kind of want that to happen now. Be like the
I dig that when it comes to races.
You would run like a 42 in that seat if you pick the right area. But that's Ridley there at Crate. You can tell by the right way door as well as the immediate door lock. So we do not have the equipment to kill Ridley. Not even remotely
close.
but
but having the knowledge is good.
Yep, that's 2 places where Varia cannot be. That's Crate E-tank, also locked by that Ridley. Not going to be the Varia seat, so. Did M2 check the moat?
He came back. I didn't see who was on the other side of moat, but he did come back over moat.
Pre-aqueduct? Okay, thank you.
Was it pre-aqueduct?
Moat was pre-aqueduct. So yeah, so we've seen West Meridia, and I was trying to find a way for us to not, but it definitely exists and is successful. But yeah, we're gonna be wait a minute. I think we are out of power bombs. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I think if you were
that sucks.
If you were being more heads up, you probably would have come out of here. And,
well, typically you usually fight Kraid when you're down here, and it's almost guaranteed to get at least 1 power bomb drop. But Audra could potentially be here a while farming. They do have.
It's like a 4% or something.
Yeah.
I say there were 2 options, right? Because you need a power bomb to get in here, and you also need a power bomb to get out of here. It was basically 50-50. You can kill the boss, but you both could have gone back down by X-Ray. There's a B-Tom. That's how she had the 1 power bomb she had. You could have farmed that. You also could have taken that save, which is a better reset.
Yeah.
So this is actually, if MM2, well, MM2 also has 8 power bombs, so he's really just not in the same scenario as Audra. That gauntlet check, here's a boon to that. But if you're being heads up enough, this is, I mean, MM2 is like,
see, this save is the one I called to save. I like this save.
But I also kind of expect MM2 is thinking about early X-ray here.
Yep.
Yeah, hopefully this thing drops a power bomb here. Otherwise,
with double jump, I mean, this X-ray strat, yeah, this is a strat MM2 is really good at doing early X-ray, and with double jump makes it that much more safer. Now it's by no means safe, but with double jump you have a very good buffer.
I'm gonna call that, frankly, better than average luck for Audra getting that power bomb. Like, it's a while, but it's wild. So yeah, with X-ray, I don't know why M2 didn't take it off. I said X-ray. I meant
Yeah, I would go farm a little bit more, fill those reserves up.
yeah, he's gonna reset the reroll certainly. So yeah, gonna be spending some time here. This could. We could see,
like this play though. It's super aggressive. It really fits MM2.
We did see a restream race. What was it? It was Zeb versus Ace, where Zeb did this also with double jumps with 0 tanks, and it was gravity, and it just kind of won the whole seed. So it's possible. I'm definitely one of the people who does not favor this check as much as other people. He did not mean to super to the right.
Sending a message to the waiver.
Yeah, energy tank.
E-tank. I mean,
It's what you expect. It's
Yeah.
Like if you check one exact item, like it's usually 50-50 to be a tank.
I mean, it makes it, very easy to get out of here. So there's not really any worry right there, and it's not the worst item you could have found there.
And double missile there at Alpha Power Bomb,
But it's not
on
going to
the
be
zeros.
game changing.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, if there's upper Norfair up here, it's kind of relevant because he could go in there. But at least we saw M2 is not necessarily the most favorable. And frankly, like we do need somewhere to be able to go right now. So there's a croc door and double jump and all the tanks that M2 has. He's just gonna do that. And Audra just kind of can't. Like, there's really nothing to do from there. So. Let's look at MM2 if this portal doesn't end up like something real nice that's not heated. So let's see what we get here. It is a business center. So we'll see what's around, but like, I mean, whatever exists for us that's good, it's in Upper Norfair.
Well,
that's in Upper Norfair.
But look at the E-tank differential between Audra and MM2. So Audra goes to Upper Norfair and really can't do anything. MM2 goes to Upper Norfair and can do actually everything except for reserve.
Yeah, I actually would have liked a turnaround. At least check high jump. Like you don't want to do green brim top to bottom and then come back all the way up to top.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen both of these players. They have pretty aggressive.
It's also an elevator ride too. I mean, it's
the elevator ride is definitely non-trivial, but you have nothing right now, right? Like you have double jump, you have screw attack, you have a dang on reserve tank. Like
I might have gone to
everything-
check high jump boots before
everything that
green
you can
brim,
get there
but
is good. Yeah, and if that's a tank, like you can get ice beam because you maybe have to fill out that reserve. I don't know how much energy's in there. So, like,
spring ball Audra keeps getting like useless items.
I mean, yeah, we'll see.
Perceivably useless
We'll
items.
see how useful or
Because the spring ball could be required for something.
yeah, Suicide Meridian, we had that last
Yeah.
year. Remember that? But finally, a couple more super packs here. We've been getting
Well, last one wasn't required, Suitless Meridia. It just kind of happened. Oh, no, it was
No, it was
required
Mama
because
Turtle,
Gravity
yeah.
was in Mama Turtle, so yeah, you're right.
Yeah, 2 supers and a power bomb here. It's green Brinstar. This is where you get your ammo. You're expecting this. So, yeah, we'll see what happens here. Into more thorough here early and got E-tanks out of it, as well as one more power bomb and one more missile. That was the difference at Gauntlet. So
What boss was that Kraid?
it was Ridley.
Ridley, right? Did MM2 even check?
Yeah, he checked. Oh, double jump. Shout out to double jump. So yeah, we'll see what green
Double
has to
jump.
offer us. Another energy tank again. First energy tank for us.
Double jump is the poor man's respin.
A little bit different functionality, but yeah, I see the similarities for sure. So yeah, I very much expect M2 is going to do both business center items before coming into this green Brinstar. So those could matter, or those could both be energy tanks that we could find, like, there's other items, I mean, find like an X-ray, which kind of doesn't matter. We'll see what happens, but for now, green Brinstar is it's been tank and spring ball so far. We've got 2 more majors over here in the big pink area, wave gates, and the charge beam. We'll see what we do from there. But again, like, it feels to me like whatever is good is probably a Norfair because, well, there's a Ridley at Kraid, and that's like the easy one. So we need to find the front erection for a high jump boots to be able to do anything there. That's where there's a good amount of items. There's 5 majors in Upper Norfolk. That's just how it is.
Yeah. Where is that? Is M2 just going for portal knowledge? I would imagine, because otherwise I would go through Upper Norfair.
Yeah, if this was something you really didn't want to do, I definitely would be more than happy to do a 2+1 with double jump to get from Croc Escape to Business Center, but
Audra having
end up in Business Center.
better luck at that wave gate glitch this time around.
Absolutely.
And another, actually, this is a safer way in Upper Norfolk. There's the gravity suit.
Same place as it was in Seed 1. Okay, MM2 defying.
Okay.
With MM2's energy, I would have just gone down the elevator.
Yeah.
And like eat the time loss if that was like some bad portal. Frankly, with a good portal, I'm the one of these three people on screen which would have done Business Center. So you can see, like I talked about this. This is a semifinal number 2. Winner plays me in the finals. Loser plays Glove in the third place matchup. We all got some differences here, and we'll see who's the champion and how things play out at the end of today. But Gravity Suit, you're happy that you came to Green Britain and found that. That's an easily accessible place, no danger here. Got some tanks here for Audra. We know she likes those hard runs.
Actually, this kind of works out in MM2's actual benefit. Going here, and then he will find his gravity suit, and then we'll just go into hell runs anyways. And Audra picked up those E-tanks, so is no longer in a bad position for most of Upper Norfair. So I would say Audra's definitely ahead at this point.
Yeah, positional, it's hard to know how much those E-tanks will matter, because if Varia doesn't come and like a bunch of E-tanks come, having more E-tanks is definitely non-trivial, because like we said, like we've already found Kraid and Lower Norfair and Redship and East Meridian, and it's the good Redship or Lower Norfair Fort Holt. So as long as like terrain's not defined, we might not have the need for a Varia suit. We have a Ridley known, but like Kraid is by far the best place to have Ridley. And we're here in West Meridian. This is a little thing. The gravity suit, very nice to have found right before you found West Meridian. So yeah, we're gonna check out this portal. I expect that no matter what this is, you're gonna go back to Mama Turtle. Yeah. Wait a minute. I messed up something on my calculator.
I was like, this looks familiar.
Yeah, I will say that.
Audra enjoying her gravity suit a lot more than she enjoyed her visit to this Meridia last time.
This is kind of insane in my opinion if we're going back. Mama Turtle is literally right there, and you have the gravity suit. And you have double jump. You don't have to do some weird power bomb bounce. You got spring ball jump. Like, why not? That's the question I have. Why not?
Imagine if Audra skips Mama Turtle again and it's Varia suit.
I mean, we just had we had gravity suit in the same place. If we had another suit and Mama Turtle, like, you know.
I would have checked Mama
Turtle. Does not exist in this randomizer. It has been confirmed multiple times by the devs, but it's, you know, old memes die hard or something like that. I think that's what the kids say. Let us see. This was not the safest thing, but Audra is good enough and double jump and screw attack and stuff. So yeah,
somebody experienced with RBO. The back cave is kind of scary, but you know, I typically, like if I have 60 energy, I'm like, all right, 60 plus, I'll go.
It's also the case. One thing I'll say about this play, we did get all of our Upper Norfair information, and it's kind of like it's got 2 portals to the same area. Like it's got 2 red tower portals and it's got 2 green red star portals. So it's semi-isolated-ish because it's connected to red tower. It can only really be so isolated. But yeah, this is definitely, and because the other green red star is West Meridia, which is the other connection for Upper Norfair. Like it is like things are kind of isolated over here. So like. You want to do Upper Norfair like now if you want to do it ever. High jump boost.
That's good. Well, when MM2 gets down here, MM2 is going to have 2 more E-tanks than Audra, which...
the ones are going to be a lot easier for him. We do have Crystal Flashes.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's true. But that's going to have to do one.
Yeah, we did not fill that reserve up to the maximum. So, ooh, that's nice.
Good. But then you have the wave, so Audra's going to have to farm to full pretty much once she gets out of here. And then go and check wave, but this is not enough energy to check wave and then check the portal behind single chamber.
Well, that's where we came from.
Oh, is it where we came from? Oh, so we already know where that is.
We don't need to check that.
I'm terrible at, like, I can keep track. Sometimes when I'm racing, I can keep track of areas, but when I'm commentating, it's like near impossible.
Yeah,
that's why we have you.
Yeah. Handy dandy laptop here on screen, helping me out. I don't know how people do this without it. Especially like this is game 3, right? And I saw like Audra like in our home setup has like a spreadsheet that she uses that essentially works exactly like what I have in front of me. But like here without that additional thing, just has a like paper tracker set up and just like scribbling out the previous ones and like resetting your mind or whatever. So yeah, we get to see M2. I think you check Mama Turtle here. We're gonna see if they both disagree with me again. It happened at Business Center, so it can happen again here.
I think MM2 checks Mama T. No, skipped it. What race am I watching?
Yeah, I mean it did just happen because you have to check this portal. So he can do wave right away. I think so. The funny thing is, I think because of what's going on, speed booster, beautiful.
Okay.
Love that. Ooh, you can like go back to waterway pretty easily here. Ooh,
Waterway would not be a very bad idea. I have definitely gotten some trolley Varia at Waterway seats before.
Yeah, but I was just gonna say because of where you are and because of how the map is. Well, way first is beautiful because it's Varia, but you kind of want to go back out that way anyway.
Yeah.
So doing it last is kind of whatever. But because it's Varia, it's definitely better to have done it first. But I have a hard time imagining Audra not going there, but it could definitely happen, especially because speed gets you back over to Business Center for free.
I feel like these 2 extra E-tanks are gonna, Varia or not, are gonna make somewhat of a difference.
With screw attack and double jump, that's like as devalued as they could get. So we'll see. Yeah, we're gonna.
Is Audra not going to check wave?
I mean, with this energy, you have to farm up again, right? Business Center is free on the left side. You just got access to Waterway.
Yeah, I guess you're
I
right.
don't mind this at all.
I guess you're right, and you got to,
We'll see if she. I mean, like last seed, if you don't get that very really soon, it's kind of over.
Well, a couple also makes a point. Like, let's say Audra goes and does that. MM2's got speed. Okay, I was.
Yeah, this is where he came. We were talking about like without charge beam and with this ammo, like Warfare Reserve specifically is the one that you definitely chose.
Jeez, and MM2 is looking really good on ammo with missiles comparative to Audra. That E-tank is actually good for Audra.
It's definitely good for the ability to check ice, which I do expect now. It's also the case that if we had just come down here early, we would have had more E-tanks for the hall runs that we ended up doing.
MM2 did not check ice, did he?
No, neither of them checked ice.
So we don't know what's
they
there.
They saw green Brin and they did green Brin.
So, but MM2 is in what, go mode sans ice? Mother Brain?
Yeah,
let's see. Jester, we got to mark speed for MM2 and Audra, right?
So two gonna do these jumps and use the double jump very nicely. So we're going back. That probably. I mean, here's the thing. So like chronic boost, which is pretty easy on this equipment, 3 energy tanks, is right next to waterway. So I kind of like we're either going there or we're going to wave. And if it's not wave, we might be in a little bit of trouble.
I haven't seen a double jump lava dive yet.
This is definitely kind of what I expected, and then you can take that back to West Meridian and clean up Mama Turtle. But Emmons is going to be back at Mama Turtle. He's not going to do the speed location, so won't have high jump. And also
which is really, I mean, it's a movement advantage to have high jump, but it really doesn't. I think MM2 is going to be good without it. Double jump really helps out a lot.
Yeah, we'll see what this ends up being. And he's like charging an easy plasma would be like something like because M2's not going back to water. He's just not. Frankly, I don't even know if he's going to Mama Turtle, but he is going to get that super.
Waterway's probably ice beam.
That would definitely be something, but yeah, things are they're very much looking good for MMC right now. I mean, if there's 4 Dragons, for me especially, I can't do the speed filter.
Yeah.
I'm super happy about grapple.
No, you pick up grapple here, but it's maybe not. It's probably not a top 3 item you want here.
Yeah, so we'll see. Because again, like we're right. You can go back to West Meridian. That's how we got to Upper North in the first place. And you can do wave, and we have had our health has gotten better since then, and we have another Crystal Flash available to us. So we'll see. But I expect probably now we're gonna do Mama Turtle and Wave Beam is like I really just do not know. And like if you look at it from like Audra's perspective, right? Like if you do Wave Beam now, like it's variant, it sucks to have done it last, but it's really not that bad positionally. Here's the top of West Meridian we found. front of our ship. We are still looking. Oh goodness, it happened again. We got two boss areas. One of them ends at Croc and one of them is Turian. And we don't need Croc.
I think it's like absolutely crazy right now that we're 25 minutes in. We haven't even killed a boss yet. We've only seen one.
Yeah.
So it's been pretty much item hunting. You know, 2 suits is really good item hunting.
Yes, it is.
But does Audra not have Varya yet, correct?
No, we haven't,
right?
She has not seen the various suits.
Which, honestly...
You have double drop. You also have grapple beam. Like, you don't need to do anything tricky here.
But you think about it, like... Varya's suit. I'm trying to think... Yeah, the only reason she would have to go... Like, how many more things is Audra going to check before she gets back to Upper Norfair Reserve?
I mean... This portal is wreck ship. This is a lot of items. You have the ability to do Meridia with gravity and speed booster.
So
like, honestly, like, of the Upper Norfair...
It's a pretty big lead for MM2.
Yeah, of the Upper Norfair Hellrun items, maybe it's the one that she skips the most. I will say that. So I would not be surprised if we did not get that. And if that's the case, M2, again, like, the only way he doesn't run away with it is if exactly, like... Well,
hey, he doesn't have grapple for Dragon.
Oh yeah, there it is. Wreckship is the Dragon boss. I was gonna say, like, you would have to pick Turian wrong, and it would have to be at the front of Lord Orphan.
Yeah.
No. It would have to be Turian is not at the front of Lord Warfare and he checks it. That's like the only way he has to get around this, or the only way for him to not just be like. I mean, he's several minutes ahead, and that's what brings it back for Audra. If wave beam isn't checked really fast, but it's not gonna be because we're gonna end up on wreck ship. And I mean, there's 2 really easy item checks. Audra's ammo is good for Ridley. The health not as much, but we're almost certainly gonna run into at least one more tank between now and hitting back there. And it's also the case that well, it's hard because now you know that there is a dead end at the top of that front of Lower Norfair. You don't have various seats, so like.
This is a good Dragon from MM2, by the way.
Yeah, this is definitely leaning heavily towards MM2. I do not like that. I don't like that skip because of the current health. Like, even an energy tank is like.
I think so. If we look at champions SGLIVE, Audra was last year's SGLIVE champion, and Kip was champion the year before that.
Yeah, and in the online versions, Kip actually won in 2021 as well the year before that.
Yeah.
And then the 2020 online was won by Aussie. So yeah, MM2.
So we could have another new winner.
I mean, if MM2 is able to hold on to this advantage right now, it would definitely be a new SG Live champion. He did just win the mystery tournament.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a new rando champion for overall. But yeah.
No, but SG Live, he gets a trophy.
Yeah, SG Live, he gets a trophy, and you get a little bit of cash as well.
That's true. There is a prize pool, everybody.
So we will see.
Probably can't contribute to it right now, but if you want to Venmo the runners money, I'm sure they'd take it.
I think those close either at the end of the day today, or maybe like tomorrow or something like that. But yeah.
Get MM2 a new computer so that he doesn't have to worry about charging his computer.
some secret in-person over here. So yeah, I think MM2, knowing the situation, is just going to go to Crane's Lair and kill that. I don't know if this was faster than going out the back, but because he doesn't want items, he doesn't want to go out the back. I would have checked behind this Dragon, and because of the map, I think I would have gone out the back, and that would have taken me to places to do things and stuff and whatever. But you would have been not too. Well, no, it's the back rush. If I'm lying, I would not have gone the back rush. It's me round. Never do that. Don't listen. So yeah, let's see what we do here.
No, that's true. This is the semifinals. The winner still has to beat you.
Right. No one's been able to do it thus far.
I heard you're the last undefeated racer in the tournament.
Yeah, MM2 actually did take a loss in Pool B. Still ended up the champion, but yeah. 4-0 pool play for your boy. Just barely 2-0 glove. She was quite close in that last race. But yeah, nice ship refill. We're gonna head up. We're gonna head to Red Tower here. I think I expected him to go to the right and not to the left because I think it's faster. I think that's faster. This is like, there's Ice Beam. I would have been happy to have that.
Absolutely. Regardless of where you are in the run, if you get Ice Beam before Turian, it's a good thing.
Yeah. Oh, and he's going. This is a mistake? Question mark.
Yeah, where is MM2
This
going?
is back of East.
Right.
I don't see a world where you wanted to do this before Kraid. No, I do see the world. It's because Kraid and Lower Norfair are right next to each other. So if this is Croc at the front, it's beautiful. Oh yeah, if I had seen how close Kraid and Lower Norfair was, I do now like this play.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna be seeing some majors here. There's an energy tank. And
MM2 doing some really, really good movement tech right there, utilizing the full abilities of double jump, mock balling, spring ball jumping.
For sure. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, and people are talking behind me. I mean, because of the way you're coming, it's like really free to just check the door anyway to see what's at the front of Lower Norfair. If that's Turian, you just reset the ship because you don't need anything. Like he only needs 3
Well, he did
super
save, yeah.
equivalents. He only needs the equivalent of 3 supers to be able to beat the game. You can see he's been much more thorough on the ammo. 30 more missiles, which is a lot of supers, as well as an additional super pack. So yeah, really advantageous point from there. And then,
Nice spark.
Outside of the various suit, which is just, why are we doing?
Yeah, this is not a, well, maybe looking for ammo, or maybe others there going, why am I here?
Why are we here? I did roll a practice seed this week where that was the only available power bomb.
Yeah.
So I have officially done that check-in major minor. But yeah, not normal.
Usually if you're checking that at major or minor, you've exhausted everything else.
I did quite literally exhaust everything else. Why is he doing these before the portal check?
I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense. Because you're resetting if this is... Actually, aren't you... No, you're resetting if it's Turing. You're not resetting if it's Croc. I was like, aren't you resetting regardless? But no, if this is Croc,
Maybe you
did the right thing, and this is wonderful. And it is Croc. But yeah, he's going to leave this, and then he's going to be good. And he's not going to have to reset that ammo he just picked up, which he shouldn't have done before the portal.
Yeah, MM2 looked like he's feeling pretty confident right
no,
now.
yeah, he as well as last seed getting the 50-50 right, he just got it right again with the Croc spot first. So yeah, he is absolutely blazing. Yeah, we're seeing this upper wreck ship bowling check. We do have that speed booster, so we can get both items, but and Lower Norfair front is where Turian is, so Varia is even that much more valuable. Despite the the back and forth nature, the extreme skill of these runners, and I mean the first place was still relatively close, but yeah, pretty dominant victories looking like in all 3 of these games for these 2 runners. This is gonna be like, I mean, frankly, this is gonna be a pretty blazing time for them too. I don't think we're gonna quite hit the 49, but we're doing real good. We're just gonna spark up. Okay, I don't like that.
I feel like he did his charge just a little too fast.
He definitely like short charged when he.
That was pretty
kinda
sick,
didn't
short
need
charge.
to, but yeah, you do what you do. Too. So let's see what this wreck ship reserve holds. Again, like the Varia skip kind of sucks because it's front on Norfair, but also like in the Varia randomizer when the suits worked a little bit differently and there was no environmental protection for gravity, it really sucked to do that. Shout outs to bombs. But here in Dash, where you do get some environmental damage reduction, that reverse acid dive with gravity is significantly better in this randomizer versus the other one. So we'll see. I mean, frankly, I don't know that we're going to get that far. Here's a Ridley here in East Meridia.
And MM2 having the Varia suit is going to have no trouble with this Ridley.
Yep, for sure.
Not having high jump boots and having speed makes it a little trickier, but, you know,
Just don't.
not enough to really make a difference for somebody as good as MM2.
No matter what item set I have, shout out to the screw attack manip, I just don't hold run during this fight, which I don't do the beam
I don't
fight.
think I do either.
I think with the beam fight, if you want to do the like up shots and like get up there so that it hits, like those I like to do the. Those are probably useful for him, but again, I don't do a lot of beam fighting. I'm a random player. I just use supers, except for when a siege trolls me and it gives me a second Ridley, and I didn't want to farm a terrible farm, so yeah. Shout outs to beam fights. But yeah, we're gonna head out the back of here. M2 knows exactly what he needs to do. Kill another Ridley at Crate's lair. I don't know why I put the K on my tracker. It's definitely an R. And then Lower Norfair back to front. Who cares what's going on? Because, as I said when we had it, I'm just skipping those missiles again. That's a little interesting. Crate is like the best area ever for farming literally everything. So like M2 doesn't even care that his supers are on 10. Like you probably farm like a cackle or two because you just got mini crating your way. Like everything's easy breezy beautiful right now. But yeah, M2 or it looks like Audra's probably also doing the similar play that M2 is doing as far as coming to the East Meridia. I think we probably see at least one of those crack checks for her. But M2 defying me again. Okay, we're going back to the right. Which is what I thought. Which was what I thought M2 was going to be doing until I realized.
Why is he farming up all these supers
I don't know
for
why
another
he's doing-
Ridley? Maybe.
Well, I mean, there is a Ridley at Crate, but it's at Crate,
Right.
Mini Crate. So he's being. I mean, it's door. It's, you know, you gotta reset the room with the doors and whatever. But
Yeah.
like,
I don't know. I mean, I
that
guess
feels
the
better
cacks
to me.
are there.
yeah, I would have farmed some cacks. I wouldn't have farmed all the cacks.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
that fine line. Like I don't know if I'm M2. You know, I don't know whether he feels ahead or behind, but he's got to be feeling really good regardless.
Yeah.
Beautiful spring ball
Especially
jumps.
because
Wow.
not only did he get Varia first hell run item, but he also didn't skip speed like he did in the first seed.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, definitely feeling good. And again, you made the correct 50-50 play, so you're happy about that as well. And like the seed has lead itself before you, funnily enough. And yeah, he only needs, 85-45 is enough. So he's good. Audra, interestingly, coming here. So what Audra wants to do is kill this Ridley back-to-back Lower Norfair and then just end with East Meridia. But once again, it's going to get the 50-50 wrong. But again, it had been out of reach for a little bit there.
Yeah, skipping the wave check or not doing the wave check and doing all those portals just kept leading Audra further and further away from Varia's suit, which is just too important in this seed.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, like, it's 3 items over there at the Bubble Mountain area. Like, if you get a good item, like, that's about the average expectation, right? Like, one good item. And speed is extremely good. So, like, perfectly fine and reasonable, in my opinion, to not do that. Like, you know, it is randomizer. You make the decisions you make. You live with them, and what happens, happens. And in this race, what happened was that Varia was the item she skipped, which is unfortunate. That's how it goes. But yeah, shout out to Ridley. I think if she didn't miss any supers,
She didn't miss any. That was a really well executed fight. Unfortunately, getting a little trolley pattern on the grab. A very, very clean 30 super Ridley fight. Walking out of here, probably, well, definitely not going to get
I
health
was about
bomb
to say
now.
M2 was gonna pick up this miner, but M2 already picked up that miner, which he
So-
had forgotten as well.
Well, if this is not good because she wants that
I was
charge
about
beam
to
and has
say,
almost no energy to.
I mean, you could see she could have
Yeah.
gotten out. I'm surprised she didn't
Yeah.
pick that up. Are we gonna farm and go back to get that?
I would say
way too ready
yeah.
to skip it. Yeah, she's about to refill. I think she's gonna go back and get that.
You're going back for charge beam,
You're not.
especially with 30 supers, almost 40 minutes into the race. You're picking up that
I was
charge
about to
beam.
say, you're not super far from ammo, but you're also not super close. So yeah, the charge beam is good. M2's not gonna lose that. He's already in ammo go mode. And, like, not a ton helps him, and also he doesn't have that ice beam, so the beams evenly accrue. So. Yeah.
Throwing away a super right there, but still shouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, we're in that.
Got a lot of
same
power
Ridley
bombs. I
mode
mean,
here.
he's going to kill Ridley. Doesn't have to worry about the time clicking down because we have Varia's suit.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that air Doppler was pretty hot.
Yeah. So yeah, again, what I expect here, Audra's going to go into this Lower Norfair back-to-back it and then be very, very hoping that the Turian 50-50 is at East Meridia, which is where it was last seed. Turian was in East Meridia, but it switched out of there this time. But yeah, again, an interesting race, and like once again, like, did Audra make bad decisions? Like, I would argue no. Like, decisions that didn't work out, yes.
That's a better way to put it, though. There are decisions that didn't work out because you could, see how your brain got there to make them. So they're not bad decisions, but
I will, however, critique this play because you weren't coming here to get Varia. That was strictly an impossibility, right?
right.
Why are our resources not full? Unless we are going to East Meridia. But if you were going to go to East Meridia, you should have just done that first. Because again, Lower Norfair is over here, right next to Crade. So that I definitely will say, and probably she would even talk about that in the interview. Probably strictly just a mistake to
With how many
come here.
races they've done, could be some racers' exhaustion
Yeah.
setting in, you know, or seed bleed.
Yeah, for sure. I will point out that Audra in 3 events or 3 tournaments this event, they went 2 in 2. Both of them were in SMC3. Audra also joined the ALTTPR. So they have definitely played a lot of randomizer this weekend, and they're not done. This is going to be a 3rd place matchup coming in for Audra against Glove. I was talking to Audra, and we were talking about potential matchups. I was like, you know what? I was like, you gotta win, get that rematch with me. We played in Mystery, and I was like, actually, you played all 3 of us in the top 4 in Mystery because Glove was a Swiss match. I think it was week 3. Glove took that, and then into Audra was a semifinal, which into won. I'm the lowly one who didn't win in Mystery, but I did take a game here in pool play. So yeah. We are going to get the first seeds of each pool are going to be in that first place matchup, me versus MM2. It's taking 2 losses, so I got to double that. That's the goal here. But yeah, extra safety ammo here, missile at Franklin Z. Super here at Hope and Ruby is definitely going to be like the end of the ammo. You do not need anything here. Okay, so yeah, going back to the ship, I think it's just a worse resource field than what you could have done in Kraid. So yeah, like I said, this is what I expected. Kraid's layer, back-to-back the lower Norfair. Hopefully it's not Ridley. And then you hope that you get the East Meridia Turian, which I think
I mean, it's looking like that's what it's going to be. Where else could they be? I mean, we haven't seen some, Criteria portals?
No. So all Audra hasn't seen is the front of this and the front of this. That's all she hasn't seen. That was the case. As soon as we found front of wreck ship at the top of West Meridia, that was the case.
I mean, thinking about remembering portals over 3 races, one is hard enough.
Yeah,
I think Audra's happy to see that E-Tank right there. That's definitely going to make this a little bit easier.
Why? You did not need more ammo. You strictly did not.
I mean, he might be playing safe. Like I said, I think he's feeling pretty good.
90-50 is extremely safe.
Yeah, everything's been going kind of well. Wait, MM2 doesn't have charge beam?
No, he had no reason to check behind that boss.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And like I said, without the ice beam, it's even less valuable. But
yeah,
we're going to see this final boss here in Lower Norfair. Ridley would be disastrous.
So we've already had, 2 Ridleys and a Kraid?
2 Ridleys and a Kraid. No, 2 Ridleys and a Dragon.
Ah, Dre, okay.
So, once again, no quad in this scene.
Triple Ridley, come on, let's go. Triple Ridley.
Yep, triple Ridley. There it is.
Like M2's laughing.
Yeah, that
and
is,
his resources really suck because he didn't farm up to.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so he's going to have to do a lot of
so
power.
bad.
That is really bad. You're going to have to use a significant amount of power bombs here.
Because every 30 supers,
Right.
5, or every 30 missiles is 5 supers. He came in with 90. It only gets him up to 26.
He's got enough power bombs to do it.
no. 5, or no, yeah.
It's 6 missiles for every super.
Right. So 30 divided by 3. Why am I having so much trouble? Whatever.
So I would have done more power bombs right away, I think.
I think he actually just has enough ammo, projectile ammo, and I was being silly because from 15, 90 is the number of missiles you need. He was even at 16, so I think this really just dead. Yeah.
Wow.
Audra's gonna
Again,
probably
good
reset
math
the
from
ship.
MM2.
I don't think this is doable.
Hey, just Crystal Flash,
Yeah, if you get Crystal Flash and Ridley grabs you, you will die. And it'll look really funny. There's a clip in. I don't know if it's the Rando League Discord or the tournament Discord, but yeah, this is strictly not gonna work.
He's Audra
Okay,
doing this.
am I getting proven wrong? Oh, just a little bit too late. That actually probably would have worked because Ridley's not gonna grab you down there. So, and the hitbox isn't gonna move through you with no iframes. Holy cow! That's
That would have been pretty nuts.
that's a gigantic galaxy brain play. But yeah, as we see on our screen, the value of Varia doubled when Turian was at the front, and then it doubled again when Ridley was here. So
3 Ridleys and no Varia suit for Audra. Really bad news.
yes, indeed, and she's not gonna see the third one almost certainly because I expect this probably takes a few tries. Well, no, this time she's going to CF early and farm those supers back up and probably kill it. But I don't know. I don't know how long this traversal and then turret is going to take. As far as will Audra get into that?
It's more, more likely Audra's going to take a Crystal Flash outside and then farm back up. Because having only Ice and Spazer, you're going to want to have more supers. But it would make more sense to Crystal Flash before you go in Ridley's Lair.
Yeah, for sure.
And safer too.
So, yep, got some good health drops. Our supers are full here. She's going to do a much shorter short charge than he really needed to.
MM2 short charges are
wasting absolutely 0 tiles. Like, here is good. I will be fine. I will get made. So, yeah. As I said, a blazing time, but not quite the 49 from the first seed. So, yeah. He was on his way to turn in. Audra is going to take this Crystal Flash. Going to be refilling all these supers off the bugs. We got, it's 7-2, right? Like, that is more than you would have in RBO routes for plays of this caliber. You would not have 7-2.
No, but this also sucks.
You need
I don't know where Audra is right now. This actually kind of sucks for this Ridley fight because she's going to have to farm up to full supers. And then, well, it's still going to have to be a quick fight, too, because by the time she fills up to 30 supers, she's only going to have 4 tanks left in the pink. But I think she has 2 reserves.
Yeah, 2 reserves. And yeah, in RBO, like again, like runners of this caliber, you do not have a 30 super fight, so it's much faster than that, and you do have the Hydra screw attack. So
30 super fight, even I can
fast.
do in like 3 AE tanks,
So
maybe 4.
yeah, 4-2. This is enough. You can do this with The thing is, you need a tank from this position.
Yeah.
Strictly.
Well, yeah, because
you're gonna have
even
no
if she
supers.
wins the fight, and we didn't see what was here, right?
No, M2 didn't check. So Metroids are being power bombed. Again, M2 did not check the major. They ended up being Ice Beam. So plenty of power bombs for this. Ridley is
That's a bad pattern from Ridley right there.
Yeah, but it's high jump and it's double jump. Here we're gonna empty probably 100 out of that.
Yeah.
A little bit less. That's really smart. If you have less than 100, you might end up in a position where you gotta like pause abuse. And yeah, the tail hit kind of doesn't matter because you were probably gonna drain all the way down to reserve anyway. So yeah, nice Ridley fight.
I would actually almost want a health bomb in this situation, to be honest. But
You wanted, except for the fact that you got a Crystal Flash.
yeah.
Again.
Well, the health bomb is at least going to get you out and able to farm up again. That sucks. Oh,
Nah,
damn.
that's right. I think we're dead. I think we're just dead here.
No,
How do
it's
you-
just going to take a really long
I
time
mean,
to farm. I mean,
It would be like a 5-minute farm or something,
Yeah.
right? Because you need so much. You need so many supers, and like that's not gonna be getting your health back up. So like.
and then you got supers and energy. I mean, it's going to take a hot minute.
Yeah, and then you have to Crystal Flash, and then you have to.
Actually,
farm
basically,
back
you're
up.
farming up to 10 supers and crystal flashing.
Yeah. And we're not centered on that platform, so yeah, the drops are not in the best places. I don't know. We're getting like down to like 2 and 1 on some of these. They're like just a little bit too far to the right, but repositioning is going to take time that you kind of don't
Yeah,
have.
you have to farm a lot faster than that. Still, terrible situation to be in.
Yeah, for
So hopefully she'll pull it off. Meanwhile, MM2 looked like he just damaged down on the baby.
Yeah, no high jump boots for him. So.
Yeah, so we're going to open this door, go and refill. 90 and 50 is perfectly fine for a Mother Breen fight.
So, I don't know who is on the screen because MM2 is the last person that plays this safely. Like, what? You have 90-50.
Yeah.
What are you refilling that? I mean, okay, you don't have ice, so you do need to like do a little bit harder Mother Breen fight. But like, no.
What is it? So it's like 50 supers and 30 missiles or 60 missiles? 50 and 60?
Yeah,
30. 50 and 30.
You have 36, which means what? 60 minus 36 is 24.
Let's get this speeds up. Skip. This will be the first short charge. Come on.
All the short charges
All the
he's
short
got,
charges, and he
it's-
missed the
it's-
one that matters.
it's
I
the
mean, he
door
could be here for a day.
The door transition definitely makes this harder than a lot of other short charges.
Audra's really sticking in there with this farm.
I finally started looking at him too. Audra is at 9 supers, and there's 10, so she is currently playing in that hard way to hell tournament, and that's what she's put herself in situation as far as this one. I don't know if
Yeah, that
this
was
is gonna
good.
work.
Oh, nope. That should have worked, but it looked like she laid a bomb.
Yeah, I was about to say, somebody said it wasn't a power bomb. But yeah.
That's frustrating.
Yeah, all the time. Like I said, it was going to be a long time. She was farming when it went to Interturian, I think. So yeah. Unfortunate positionally, just as like you want to pay off that extremely difficult thing that you did, but just yeah, the way this one worked out, Varia did very.
Is MM2 doing math in his head right now? He should be good.
I think he's probably trying to figure out what he needs to missile down to. It's 11. No, it's 21, which times 3 is 63. He was like 80 or something. I don't know. But yeah, probably doing some math.
Ooh, you don't really want to keep getting hit by those MM2.
Oh, when he misses super, he has 6 to spare.
Oh boy. I mean, he's got stuff in the reserves.
He's got reserves and they're full.
But does he have 2?
I think it's only 1.
There's 2 supers he's missed.
Oh! Missing the supers is not the problem. It's the damage. That's the only thing that can be detrimental. But it is no high jump, so you got to be a little bit more careful. But yeah, well, the rank's dead.
That was a nice little scary fight.
For sure. I think that I would have manually refilled my reserve instead of letting it autofill because it takes longer. But it is 2 pauses. I don't know.
Even still, very, very well-run seed by MM2.
Absolutely. This was just a...
So, you know...
Yeah, we talked about it, right? There were early in those, I mean, the Gauntlet tank especially, but also that X-Ray tank. Wave is a lot more appealing coming out of that portal when you have more energy, as well as, like, you know, Audra had the crystal flashing, but, like, you were going to crystal flash before you got there. Even 2 of both the various crystal flashing afterwards, which is a big difference. And, yeah, ordering is ordering. Sometimes things, they go the way they go.
Yeah, the only thing that would have changed the tide of this race was had Audra actually gone to the reserve location and picked up that Varia suit. And having less tanks going in Upper Norfair than MM2 did is probably why he didn't bother and why he never went, or why she never went back.
Yeah, and especially, it's also funny because exactly speed just makes Business Center really appealing because you get there for free. You don't have to refill. In some ways, it's kind of funny because you can't really say that like getting speed was bad for you because it was speed, but it did kind of put her in a position to end up doing exactly what she did. So this is Super Retro Randomizer. M2 is trolling me in the dumbest way, and I'm gonna.
Well, now MM2 doesn't have to. Well, he does he have to worry about it? Oh, because his laptop.
It's the thing was he knew the third place. He's got to do SMC3 finals too. We'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll talk about that once this race is completely over. Interviews going on, etc. After trying to manipulate Brittany to actually be able to grab. And yeah, I don't know if we refilled any reserves this time.
Well, Audra's going to be a little better off after picking up these drops because she's not going to go into the E-Tank location.
Yeah, we're not going to be in health
bomb.
But
did not get health bomb, so this is like even worse. I would have waited before.
It's a little better. It's a little better and a little worse because we actually got supers, but we did not have a ton of health. Yeah, we have to get over here and get these. Yeah, you can tell by the those enemies that are dropping small health. We were in health bomb because.
Yeah, I think at this point Audra's going to be happy to see MM2 win this seat because.
Happy, relieved. Definitely
yeah, not happy, but like, well, at least I don't need to finish out this baloney.
Yeah, really nicely done. And to continuing is impressive here. Won that mystery tournament. Pretty dominantly, only lost 2 races in the whole event. 1 in the last week of Swiss, and 1 in the final series. Did go all the way to 3 games with Kim. But yeah, it's gonna be. Advancing on to the finals is going to be the last boss in a way, like the upstarts runner DJ Webb, who's got to see if he can take down another champion.
Well, hopefully your mind is intact after watching 3 seats back to back to back.
She pressed the shot button. She pressed the shot button.
So that's exactly the same thing she did last time.
Well, last time I think there just wasn't a power bomb. I don't really know.
Well, it is
really
unfortunate and frustrating, but at least she'll know that these deaths had nothing to do with the win. It was just the routing just worked out better for MM2 and the choices he made. GG MM2, GG Audra, well played races.
just over 55 minutes there. Very, very quick time. Very, very nicely done. And yeah. Big sigh of relief there from him too. I don't know why he's walking back there. The interview is up here, but he's yeah.
Wow.
Definitely, because I mean, especially like without having seen what's going on, he probably thinks that
GG's
was, like-
MM2.
I mean that.
It's gonna leave me
The way
hanging
that
here on the
The
air.
way that went, this really like. Honestly, if I'm in M2's position, like this could have been step for step, realistically.
GG's,
It
man.
very, very much wasn't.
I don't know. That game was over.
So yeah, move to very, very quickly over here. Get a little bit. Let Audra join us as well. But
I can't wait to hear the runner's opinion of this race. Well, these
I mean,
races, this set of the series of
this
races.
This is a really, really crazy series, honestly. Even though not necessarily the closest finishes, but
Yeah, where was Audra when I finished in that last game?
Having taken another Ridley death down in Lower
Lower
Norfair.
Norfair Ridley deaths.
Tragic. Varia skip?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So you had the gauntlet tank and the X-ray tank, and somehow neither of you did business center. So she did, but I think she.
Well,
did,
once she had speed,
I think
she left.
She did speed and then Norfair reserved, and then went to business center with speed and just never got back.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And also, by the way, did not know Turian versus Croc. Yeah, hadn't even been to East Meridia.
Okay.
So it was,
Yeah.
it was like I said, once you had Varia and she wasn't getting in, also once the portals were the way they were, it was like
Kind of over. Yeah.
it was very, very, very far apart. But that's how it goes, you know.
Yep.
You know,
I mean,
that as well.
I've been on the other side of this stuff as well.
Yeah, randomizer it can be a cruel mistress. It's really fun and you can have a lot of stuff. But yeah, sometimes you do like exactly one skip and it is the exact
Yep.
of your existence.
I mean, but that's kind of what happened 3 games in a row. Each game was decided
Well,
by the other runner missing an item.
M2 didn't miss it, but was just a lot later.
Or, well, yeah, the first one was later.
Yeah,
Well,
the first one was I decided
the timing
to,
of when they got it.
First one was I routed differently, and that route proved to be way worse with how the seed played out. I'd do it again though.
Honestly, and I was saying this, if I was like, I wouldn't have done what either of you did because, well, obviously the gravity and whatever it was, but like I would have just gone in Upper Norfair and left. I wouldn't have done the items. Where you just like stayed in Green Burn Star and did other stuff. So yeah, that's the beauty of it, right? We all do things differently. Welcome to our commentary booth. We can
GG's, Audra.
officially actually get this interview started. But yeah, GG's.
GG's.
It was a crazy
Is this thing on?
series.
It is not on, is it?
I can hear you.
It's a little quiet, but yeah, it is on. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Maybe pull the mic closer to your mouth. Okay, yeah, that sounds better.
Yeah, so we were talking a little bit about how the series went. Obviously, that first race, I'm curious how you were feeling seeing Gravity because the way it worked out was actually like insane. But you probably have some mixed feelings.
I felt terrible because it was long side of Meridia into long side of Lower Norfair, and it seemed like if you just continued into checking from Upper Norfair side, you would find those bosses more efficiently. So I was a bit surprised that I won that.
Yeah, I think just the overall route efficiency and having Varia earlier, meaning like you have to pick up less stuff, check less stuff, all that stuff, just
I
means
didn't
that
realize
yeah.
I had Varia earlier, to be honest. I figured you had it and that you were doing portals more efficiently than me.
So I actually think, funnily enough, and it's weird because so like the way you did it, obviously like the left side of Criteria was literally Crate and then Lower Norfair into like Turian, so it was like literally perfect to leave it at the end. You maybe find that earlier in a route where you have like Varia early with Gravity, and it is kind of worse than what you ended up doing, but it's tough to say because like you follow meme route because you're there and it's the end, but like you probably don't do that in the other way, so I don't know how it works. But yeah, seed 1 was like crazy, like 49 time is just ridiculous, and then yeah, the other 2 seeds, M2 found both suits. That a lot of us were talking about it after game 2. That seed was awful, and it looked a lot less awful because M2 just got Gravity like exactly when you're supposed to.
Yeah.
And
Just get lucky.
the amount of places that Gravity could have been in that seed is like, what I think it was. I forget what boss was it, Wreckship, but I think it wasn't Dragon.
It was no, because I think that might have been the game where it was Crate, Fantoon.
No, that was
that was
game
game
one.
one. That was game
one,
one.
yeah.
No.
There were 2 Ridleys in that seed.
Yeah.
But you had Varia, and I think Wreckship might have been.
Yeah, Wreckship was Ridley because I was
Yeah.
thinking to myself, Wreckship is planted Ridley.
Right, yeah, so there are 5 items in Rec Ship, there are 2 items at Croc, there are 3 items in Lower Norfair, and there's Botswoon, which actually opened up the other waterway. So that was like, I counted wrong on my fingers, but it was a lot.
Like Rec Ship is 4 plus 1 potential. 5, 7, and then 3 no end is 10.
Plus another one, 11. There were 11 places gravity could have been that weren't Mount Turtle, and it was just there. 1 out of 12. Like that's, you know.
I don't know. 1 out of 12 is like not that bad. Plus you have to factor in odds for speed, plasma, wave, space,
and the access to East Meridia being the back, which eliminates 1. Yeah, there's and the ability for Phantoons to not have. Yeah, there's a lot of math in there, but it was Then the portals with the one ways. Yeah, that was a heck of a seed. And
not good, but
yeah, I kind of handled the coin flip wrong because
the East Ocean stuff.
Well, I should have dipped Rec Ship because the boss is right by that portal, and I should have killed it, and then I should have just like I was in a position where I just wanted to bet on LN being required before like. So I wanted Tyrion to be at Rec Ship, LN, East Meridia, that chain. I forget exactly what I wanted, but I should have killed Rec Ship boss first, just in case. Tyrion was at the end of East Meridia. And I was like all in on Tyrion being at Rec Ship, even though I accidentally like went to it first. And it was, I just made terrible decisions that seed.
Interesting, yeah. And then, in this final one, we were talking about it. I called it out like really, really early. So you had all 3 minors initially, and you got, did you have Screw? And was Screw like the first? No, I forget where Screw was. But basically, what happened was she didn't check the old Mother Brain minor where you did, so your power bombs were empty, and then you got Screw at BT. So she just went to the left and didn't. Like you went ship refilled, and that incentivizes the gauntlet check. So there was like more E tanks early, which let you do wave first in the hull runs, instead of you doing like speed and reserve first.
Was Barry at wave?
Yeah, we were.
Yes.
Oh my god! Every time I skip it, it's a suit. I swear. Or it's like something I need for. Anyways. Yeah. I was really close to checking it too, because like I wanted to go out back through the single chamber, but I was just like, no, I don't have time because I powerbomb locked myself at Kraid. Which was so I was behind like at least a minute from having to farm a powerbomb off the Zeb. I figured like going in, it was just like, okay, like 50% odds that I don't know, I could get a random powerbomb drop from an enemy, but it's like 50% odds the boss is something I want to do now. And it's like, this is a portal that I think is easily isolated, middle red tower. So I'll just do it. But I was not prepared for it, so I didn't think fast enough. What I should have done was go back out, farm another power bomb, and then that would have prevented that whole thing.
And you could have also used that save by X-ray as well, which is faster to reset too.
Right. Yeah. Oh my God. So
you have to have those thoughts really quickly though.
I was thinking like I got my power bombs after I did X-ray deboost and was full on power bombs, and I farmed one from the B-Tom afterward. So I was at 5, but I didn't save at the. Well, I didn't save a second time. And I like didn't really think about using the red tower save because I already had a red tower save from before X-ray deboost, and I didn't want to reset to that one because I wanted to keep the X-ray tank. So I just saved in Kraid, and it was slower.
And
the
I lost
Kraid
time. Miner, which you checked twice.
Oh yeah, that was epic.
That was fun.
I was like, I checked it the second time, saw it was empty. I was like, oh, if I had the mini map, this wouldn't be a problem. And then I realized that was just wrong.
Shoutouts to the Dash HUD.
Anyways, I want mini map back. Also, I want a million things.
Yeah.
So a lot of the skips that I made in game 3 were because I was behind from that.
That was definitely
mistake.
I had forgotten about that because of how things ended up in the end with the triple Ridley and a Dragon. You had 2 Kraids and 2 Phantoons in the first seed, and the last one was like easy bosses. We don't need any of those. Dragon, Ridley. That was definitely something.
I was like, surely there's not another Ridley at Lower Norfair.
Oh, yeah,
and I was like, okay, surely there's an E-tank behind it, and there wasn't.
Was it X-ray behind there?
It was X-ray. And then I'm like, surely my stupid like slow like single Norfair RBO style like farming into being able to do Crystal Flash, surely that'll work. And I just like, I think what happened both times when I died doing that, like it was super slow farming up to 10 supers and then farming up to enough health to safely do the CF. But what I kept doing was like I laid a power bomb and then I like jump morphed, or like
To not bounce and hit the
yeah,
enemies,
I soft morphed into it to not get bounced by the power bomb. But I repressed my shot input so I could hold the crystal flash inputs, and that caused me to lay a bomb, which I didn't realize, and the bomb bounced me up again.
Tragic.
It happened twice because I didn't realize the first time I thought I just wasn't on power bombs. I thought I was like on supers or something. But yeah, when it happened again, I was just like, well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just how it goes.
It was definitely, I mean.
I assume Audra had grapple for that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, what was that?
Waterway.
Oh,
So it was probably kind of bad that I found that. I was like hoping to spike barrier or something because I felt like the way I did, entered Bubble Mountain from single chamber and I found speed there, and I felt like the way that I felt like I got it kind of early, compared to like other routes maybe. So when I went back through Green Bren, I checked waterway, and you know, I just kept getting all these things that were like good for attempting Lower Norfair, and it's kind of workable under the condition that wasn't Ridley.
Yep,
Or
and then it was Ridley.
Yeah.
I actually got Varia, and then I checked just Norfolk Reserve after I got Varia, and then got Speed. And it was like 99% of random runners stop checking items right before they find the item they want.
And you still did because Speed was high jump.
Speed location was high jump.
Yes.
Epic. Yeah. The meme's still true.
The meme is still true.
Anyways, Derp would have got the high jump.
Oh, yeah, that was.
He's a certified overchecker.
I have no idea what order I would have checked things in. Probably, I'm the kind of person that would have just gone Speed and then Norfair Reserve. So
I did Wave first because I had a CF, and I just wanted to get it out of the way since it's more efficient room-wise. And then I hit Various, so I was like, okay, I'm in Ammo Hunt. So I wanted to do Norfair Reserve and Bubble Mountain Corner because that's 3 quick ammo checks, and there's a major too, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I hit Speed, and I was like, okay, well, I'm done checking majors. There are no majors left in the game.
It was definitely, the things. It was funny because like the Upper Norfair was like a weird place because like Upper Norfair had 2 green brand and then the other green brand was West Meridia, which also connected to Upper Norfair. So like things were all kind of mutually isolated over there.
Yeah,
so.
it was really weird. Also, I didn't follow the rule of life of see business center, do business center.
Yeah,
I was
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I was so mad at myself. Like
I can't
was
believe
going
neither
down.
of you did that.
I was going down the green bin elevator, and I was like, what am I doing with my life?
What are you
I
doing?
always do business center here
And you
before
had
green bin.
You had the health to do both
Yeah.
items. She
Yeah,
was
like-
still on 0-1.
Yeah, like
and probably
okay,
had
on
to
0-1 skipping it's like fine, but on 2-1 with pretty good health, it's just inexcusable. I can't believe I didn't get burned by
And
that.
it's
That was
green bricks,
insane.
so you can spike Speed and get Waterway on the way. Like there
Exactly.
were 100 reasons.
Yeah, it was
shocked.
very wrong. Like I was just losing it with myself going down the green bin elevator, but I was like, well, I'm not going to lose 20 extra seconds going up and down the elevator extra times. I'm just going to accept that if the answer is in business center, I lose, I guess.
Yeah, and it's tempting because like that portal didn't have to be appetizing, and then like going down the elevator, coming back up, seeing a bad portal, and going back down sucks. But like.
Yeah, it was just literally just monkey brain. I see green bin elevator, I go down. And then 2 seconds later, I realized my mistake. And I was like, well, too late now.
Sometimes you realize things just a moment too late. And
Yeah.
Especially on an elevator, you're like, whatever, we'll just do this.
Yeah, that's just how it
Yeah.
goes.
Here we are. The final matches have been set. Audra, you'll be facing Glove in a third-place match that we were going to try to schedule pretty soon, but we are going to give everyone a little bit of a break. And then, MM2. Thoughts on debatably being the final boss for me to dethrone, and also debatably me being the final boss? What are your
Well,
opinions?
I'd like to look at all the practice races we've done. Let's just start there. We can end there too. That's good.
Yeah, because that first async that you beat me without Varia, I was extremely upset.
Did you get Vari in that first
Very
async?
early, yes. I was quite upset. I played badly, but I should not lose that to you. I was very mad.
How much was the margin? I haven't looked at the async sheet in a while.
It was under a minute.
Wow.
But in that seat, because you did Croc, you didn't get Varia, Lower Norfair front had Turian. Like there was no reason.
That's hilarious.
I was mad.
I won't lie. I have zero memory of that seat, so I'll just take your word for it. But
yeah, that was also true. And I watched like every one of his Zeb streamed all of them. He also beat me in all of them, so that means nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, should be a couple of really high octane matches. Like I said, we'll try to get those things on the schedule. Check out especially our channel, the Discord, put out something. But yeah, a lot more Super Metroid Randomizer to be played today, and also M2 has to play that.
Yeah, the
Finals, another
SMC3
game.
finals, I guess.
Yeah, so we'll see. Look at things how they get on the schedule. if either of you runners have anything additional to say. And, yeah, we'll get out of here.
GG's Audra.
GG's.
And good luck in third place match.
Yeah, thank you both. Kev, so happy you made it to us. So happy we could get another 3-game banger set
Absolutely.
under our arm.
No, it was really nice to be here. Thank you all. Putting on a good show. Very excited. And anybody who wants to go to the diner,
I don't know that we necessarily
I'm
have
hungry.
So we need people to commentate the match that's going to be soon. We can't just be out of here for a long
Well,
time.
how long is till the match?
We're going to figure that out as soon as
Yeah.
we put
All
the
right.
mics down.
Oh, yeah, of course. Thanks to Kevin DJ for commentating all this stuff, and Jester for tracking every single match in Super Metroid Randomizer history.
He might not even need to sign up for the other two. I'm probably just going to add him myself.
Yeah,
We'll
he's
get
been
out
voluntold.
Jester's the best. But yeah, we'll get out of here. I'm sure there's lots of stuff going on. I see probably a semifinal Link to the Past rando going on Speedgaming 2. I can't see what's going on the other half of this. Looks like Uter maybe on 3. But yeah, lots of high octane, semifinal, final matches going on today. So find your favorite Speedgaming channel and have some fun. But until next time, we'll see you next mission here for Super Metroid.
See you next mission.
Bye.